What's up tonight, everyone? Welcome. Fine Tuesday evening to you all. Good to see you. What is up, Scrunjix, Avian, Mr. Zolis, Psycho Magi, Devriel Kane, McCrackasar, Sanguine Tribuno, Robert Young, Max, how are you tonight? Quaker, what is going on? Varix Waiter, how are you? Hello. Oh man, we're gonna have fun tonight. We are starting off with Elementals, but maybe we'll see how Elementals go. Maybe we'll get in Paradoxical Urza a little bit too. I know they were really close in the Twitter poll, like so close. Getting paid at work to watch the stream doesn't get any better than that, Blue Idol on MTG. Good to see you, Thanos. Good to see you as well. Michel, Glock Guy, Eric Goldfab, Zanfast, Young Cooter, Max, Phoenix, Goose. How is everyone today? Oh yeah, so we're gonna have a fun. We have a fun modern deck, and I gotta say, what do you think of Throne of Eldraine? We've seen actually a big chunk of Throne of Eldraine. I think this set looks very strong, very like power creepy strong, especially with the 2-drops. There are so many busted 2-drops in this set, but I don't know, I said that on Twitter and some people were like, nah, it doesn't look that good. What do you think? Like, how busted is Throne of Eldraine? I think it looks insane. Wanted to play 5-color allies in my LGS Modern League before it was cool. Now, Elementals before it was cool. Could you let me have one weekend? I'm sorry, Destroyminator. Thank you for the cheer, by the way. Risen Reef is definitely busted. I think this set is busted. We just played, you probably saw it. Well, I guess we can sneak in a reminder here. YouTube, if you haven't seen it yet, we played Soul Miria, kind of a hybrid of Soul Herder and Emiria on Budget Magic. Charming Prince is so perfect for that deck. Like, I can't even understand how good that card is. It is everything you want in Soul Miria, in Soul Herder, in anything like that. It is so incredibly good. You gotta, oh man. Witchclaw Talisman with Fairy is also pretty sweet. It's one less life than Lone Missionary, but you do so many more things, so that's cool. Kenrith, our King Arthur, sweet Buy a Box promo. This thing, Wildboar Preserver. Oh, I am dreading how good Simic Flash is going to be in Standard. Clickbait Troll. I actually think this card is good. It might not be good with Teferi floating around. That is an issue. But it's like a Desecration even without much downside. Because if your opponent sacks stuff, you don't just tap it. You get to draw a card. You get to gain life. Feasting Troll King actually seems good as well. Lockmere Serpent, good control finisher. Emery, people are talking like vintage, modern, back in older formats. This set, I think it looks busted. And that doesn't even count Questing Beast, which, holy text, there's so many abilities out of that card. So yeah, it's gonna be good. Everyone's Raker, welcome to the Fishbowl. Yeah, Gary Houston, Clickbait Troll. I've been working on my mispronunciations for this set. That's the best one so far, is Clickbait Troll. I'm sure there's some other good ones though. They will probably come up accidentally as we go along, but yeah, so anyway, that's for the future. So we have, what, 2 weeks? 2 weeks from today, actually, will be our special preview stream, the arena preview stream for Throne of Eldraine. So 2-week countdown, and we will be playing Throne of Eldraine. But for today, we are going back to some modern action. Super important question, why is there a video about cabinets on the Much Brew playlist? Wait, there's a video about cabinets? I'm gonna have to check that now. I had no idea there was a video about cabinets on there. I didn't even know videos about cabinets were a thing. IR Dreaded, Drakomona, welcome back to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big Soups cheer for our new and re-subscribers. And Lenung, welcome you as well. Big Soups cheer for you. Our preview comes out on the 13th, which I believe is Friday the 13th. Unlucky Friday the 13th, but yes, our preview is coming out then. Have I tried Ball and Arena? I have. The Precon decks are actually pretty sweet, most of them. We already posted 2 of the videos. There's 2 more that are coming this week of the Brawl deck, so I think it's technically 5-color. At least in the sideboard, it's 5-color, because we have Horde of Notions hiding out in the sideboard in case we got to get big with our Elementals. I'm excited for this deck, so we're going to do our reminders. We're going to talk about this deck. We can talk Throne of Eldraine. We can talk Awesome Modern. We can talk, I don't know, movies, music, whatever y'all want to talk about tonight. We will have some fun, play some Elementals. If Elementals goes quick, I did a Twitter poll, and Elementals beat out Paradoxical Urza by like a tiny bit, like 1 percentage point or something. So if for some reason this league goes quick, we'll try to sneak in some Urza games as well, because I know people wanted to see that deck too. Otherwise, maybe we'll do Paradoxical Urza on Thursday if we don't get to it. Yeah, we got it all. If it's an elemental and it's even kind of good, it is in our deck. So let's do our reminders. First off, Replay YouTube. That's where you find all the old streams, including this one in the future. Normal YouTube. Definitely check out Solmeria Budget Magic. Ooh, that is fun. Emiria is such a fun deck, and because of the bannings, you can actually play Emiria again with a straight face and not just get wrecked. Plus, Soul Hoarder is like insane with Emiria, so yeah, that's a super sweet one. Plus, there's like spoiler stuff, tons of stuff on the YouTube channel. Crim Modern video going up tonight. Against the Odds, Worst Fears going up tomorrow. So lots of stuff going up on the YouTube. Why no Yarok? Did I get a haircut? I did not get a haircut. It's still up here. It's just pulled back. Haircut? What's that? Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out why there are drawers on the playlist and get them off of there. That is very strange. Did you hear the announcement about Hella Mega Tour, Green Day, Weezer, and Fall Out Boy? Oh, don't make me talk about that. That's like. I'm going to make a lot of enemies if I talk about that. I probably should not talk about Hella Mega Tour. To me, that's a list of bands that used to be good. But haven't been good for 15, 20 years. I was never a huge Fall Out Boy fan. Weezer, loved Weezer, one of my favorite bands up till Pinkerton. And then pretty much think Weezer went from being like one of the best bands ever to literally one of the worst bands ever post Pinkerton, especially like right after, what was right after Pinkerton, the one with Hashpipe, Green Album. Like there was some okay stuff there, but it was just like a straight downhill. Green Day's been Green Day. I haven't actually listened to much Green Day since the American Idiot album. I'm sure there's been albums since then, but I'm not sure what they are. Green Day's fine though. I actually used to like emo to some extent. There was a time oh man, I'm gonna say, okay, so I guess it's not emo, maybe it's more pop punk, but a band with a really fat bass player who would wear no shirt on stage. Does that ring a bell? I remember seeing them. One of my favorite shows I saw a long time ago was Cursive. I really like the Saddle Creek emo scene, Bright Eyes, Cursive, The Faint, like that kind of era. Was pretty sweet. Anyway, we should probably start playing Bowling for Soup. Yes, I remember seeing Bowling for Soup. So I went through the pop punk stage. I used to like Dashboard Confessional, Taking Back Thursday. So I went through the emo stage. I know all that stuff. Newfound Glory, yes. The one that Avril Lavigne married. Good Charlotte. I went through that stage. I definitely did. Nakilla, Goat is Truth. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soups cheer for our new subscriber. Yeah, or did I say Taking Back Sunday? I'm blurring them all together. I'm blurring them all together. Would you expect me to pronounce it correctly? Otherwise, our sponsor tonight. Not a musical sponsor, a magic sponsor, is of course Card Kingdom. And if you want to pre-order some Throne of Eldraine cards, you head over to cardkingdom.com, click on this little pre-order thing, start buying your cards, get them ready for when the set releases, even grab a Saffron Olive sticker by mentioning it in your short notes. Hey, what's up, Telrad? How are you? Otherwise, merch page, tokens, t-shirts, playing bats, it is 5-color elementals, and of course donations. Always appreciated, certainly not required. $2 or more gets your message read on stream, and also some hot takes about elemental music. So, it's all blurring together in my brain. What would elemental music sound like if this deck was a song? If this deck was a song, what would it sound like? Yes. All right. Your brother found my van on YouTube, quite a surprise. It is floating around there. Chira, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. Emery, super sweet. I really like Emery. I thought it would be good in Modern, and I think I might even be underestimating. I saw like Sam Black, like super high on that for Modern. People talking about it for Vintage, so I don't know what it'll do in Standard, but I think think it's going to be really good. So anyway, let's talk about this deck. Start playing Magic. Get in our league. Maybe we'll have time to Urza as well. So we are starting off tonight with 5-color elementals. In this deck, you might remember a while ago, while Hogak was still running around, we played like the earliest edition of this deck, like a small Japanese tournament. It was really weird. It had like Craterhoof Behemoths and a lot of cards that felt really weird. Well, the deck has kind of evolved, and it sort of looks like a real deck now. So the plan of this deck is we are a Risen Reef deck. Risen Reef, it does busted things. You know what it does from standard. It draws cards, it ramps us. So Risen Reef is one of our key cards. Otherwise, we are surrounded by elemental synergy. So we don't really have any like straightforward game-winning combo, but we have a lot of cool little tricks. So we have Lightning Skelemental to empty our opponent's hand. We have Thunderkin Awakener to get back Risen Reefs, to get back Lightning Skelementals. We have Vesper Lark, which can get back our Thunderkin Awakener and a bunch of other stuff. Get back like Phantasmal Image, another sweet new addition to the deck. So we have all this weird loopy, value-y elemental stuff. Flicker Wisp can like reset our Risen Reefs, get more triggers, can reset not Phantasmal Image, but like Omnath for more damage. So grinding out this weird elemental value. The big addition since we played the early version of the deck, there's actually a few. One of them, Unsettled Mariner, technically an elemental, good way to protect us and protect our elementals from removal. We have Voice of Resurgence, an elemental that makes a big elemental when it dies. Good at grinding out fair games, which is kind of where Modern is for the most part. Also good at fighting blue decks. Phantasmal Image, really sweet. We were talking about wanting like more Omnaths in the deck, more of our good cards. Phantasmal Image does that while also working with like our Vesper Lark, which is really sweet. Flamekit Harbinger holds everything together by tutoring up. Aether Vial to cheat things into play. Our mana base, almost all 5-color lands. We have 2 basic lands. Everything else, 5-color lands, so we can cast anything we want at any time. And that's basically the deck. Grind them out with elemental value, elemental synergies. The sideboard, more of the same. It is we have Dismember and Leyline of the Void for graveyard decks and removal. Otherwise, it's a bunch of elementals. We have another Wisp, or we have a Wismare, another Flicker Wisp. Wismare to get rid of enchantments, Ingot Chewer to get rid of artifacts, Spite Bellows, elemental-based removal, does reanimate with like Thunderkin Awakener, Fulminators to stick it to Tron, wrecking our opponent's lands, Shriekmaw for more removal, Horde of Notions in grindy slow matchups. This just lets us play our elementals from our graveyard, and it's huge, and it's hasty, and it's vigilant, and it's trampling, and that's basically the deck. All elementals, all the time. See what happens. The value train will be a running. Yeah, I'm excited for this. This is going to be super fun. Seth, about the cabinet video, it's true. So there's a cabinet video in the Much Approved playlist. I don't even know how this is. How is this possible? Fix your slamming drawers? How did this get in the Much Approved playlist? Okay. Well, I will figure that out. I will figure that out, but right now, we are elementaling people. I will figure that out in the future. That should definitely not be in the Much Brew playlist. It's like the Wizards preview stream. We're abstracting cool. We get to watch us close doors for a while, and then we go into our cool Magic thing. Just like we all watch Wizards make gingerbread cookies for a half hour, and then we got to see a cool preview. No Soul Stroke. Soul Stroke, ugh. This deck is more about value than pumping our elementals. I could see it being okay, but I don't know if we really need a Lord in this deck, honestly. And in some ways, it's actually bad, I think, because it pumps our toughness. I guess maybe it's fine because it doesn't pump in the graveyard, but I don't think we really need a Lord for the most part. It probably is a YouTube error because I don't think it's been there before. All right, on to round number 1. We're abstracting cool. You get to watch us close doors for an hour by Fall Out Boy. That sounds like some good elemental music. Okay. I mean, yeah. This seems fine. We got a tutor to get what we need. Voice of Resurgence, Flicker Wisp. Yeah, that's elementals. No Vial, otherwise it seems fine. Mirror Entity does seem like it could be decent in the deck. Ooh. Do we have any elementals that just gain us life if we're playing against Bird? This is an older list. The same guy updated it and went 7-2 in a challenge. Are you sure? I saw 7-2 in a challenge. I thought this list actually came afterwards, but I might be wrong. All right, opponent Swift Spears us. Do we have anything that gains us that can gain us life? That is our biggest concern here. We can gum up the board. Well, all right. This on Elemental. I'm not sure that we do. Run out Flamekin Harbinger. See if there's anything that could gain us life against this aggro deck, or what we're even hoping for. Skelemental. I guess, do we take Unsettled Mariner? Maybe Unsettled Mariner just to slow our opponent down? That might be fine. Nighting! Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big Scoops cheer for our new subscriber. We played a deck similar to this without Vials and it worked fine. I don't see any life gain Elemental. That doesn't seem to be a part of a deck. I don't even think it's in the sideboard. Unsettled Mariner? Is that what we're going with? Is there any better options? Spirit on the Run! Yeah, okay. We're going to take it. We're going to take Unsettled Mariner. Spirit on the Run! Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big Soup cheer for our new subscriber. Pass the turn. Mr. Fakels for the 9th month. Welcome you as well. What do you think about the new Mythic Enchantment? Ooh, is that the one that makes like a random token each turn? It seems like whoa, okay. It seems like a slow but potentially powerful, all right, we're gonna take it. A slow but potentially powerful, Bitter Blossom, essentially. Like, the tokens you make are better than Bitter Blossom tokens, but 4 mana is a lot. Thoughts on Historic? Ooh, I wrote an article about it. Yeah, our opponent is excited that we're playing. We should probably go in stream mode. All right, stream mode achieved. Historic. Excuse me, I need some water. So Historic, I think that I'm not sure Wizards wants it to succeed. That was the TLDR of my article. Hopefully they change some of the decisions they make and it does succeed, because I think it would be nice to have a Eternal format on Arena, but I don't have high hope. What's up, Nigel? How are you tonight? Historic should have went to Kaladesh and went back to Origins. Yeah, that would definitely be sweet. Abbot of Carolkeep. Opponent hits a Lightning Bolt. And they have a land to go with their Lightning Bolt. And they cast the Lightning Bolt targeting our nothing yet. Goes attacking. This isn't good. This isn't good. So many prowess creatures. I feel like we're dying. All right. Yep, sure. We'll take our beats. This might be a bad matchup. I feel like this deck does not have much burn hate. What do you think about a 1 or 2 of Mirror Entity in this deck? Can reanimate with Vesperlark or Thunderkin? Seems like it could be a fine one of. I really wish we had something that gained us life in this deck. I don't know how this deck ever beats burn. That is my immediate concern. Not sure what we do about that. Alright, well. So Flicker Wisp doesn't do much. We can Phantasmal Image on Voice of Resurgence. Yeah, I guess that's our best bet. Oh, oops, not an elemental. Alright, Phantasmal Image on Voice of Resurgence. Get another Voice of Resurgence. Play Unclaimed Territory on Elemental. Yeah, I think Mirror Entity could be fine. Probably a one of type tutor target. Hey Seth, did you happen to find a way to get the foil sheet shipped to you from Vegas? So, I learned that if you try really hard, you can fit a foil sheet inside a normal size suitcase. It takes some effort, but I don't think I actually even really damaged it. So it is possible. Opponent, Lava Darts down to 10, growing their dorks. And light up the stage to draw some cards. Burst Lightning Soulscar Mage plays a land. This might just be an unwinnable matchup. Big attack, block, block. What do we do about this? What does elementals do? I guess we lost the die roll, but still. Like, what hope do we have? Opponent. No, it's been emptied. We're down to 1. All of our stuff dies. None of our opponent's stuff dies. Oh, they all have trample. Just kidding. We're just dead. Yeah, this seems like a ridiculously bad matchup that we have close to 0 chances of winning. Almost exactly no chance. Huh. Is there... All right, we got to do a little search here. Is this bad deck building, or is there an elemental that gains life? There's gotta be. There's gotta be some option to not just die. Okay. Okay. There's gotta be something. Yoda Man! Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. Gotta be modern legal. Healer of the Glade, standard trick. Okay, that gains 3 life. What does this do? When it enters a battlefield, you can tap any number of untapped creatures, 2 life for each creature tapped. Alright, that seems... Yeah, 5 mana is kind of a lot. Whoa, Leecher. Ambitious. Remove a -1, -1 counter, gain a life. Purity. Oh. Oh, Burn cannot beat a Purity. Unfortunately, it's 6 mana. Doomgape is 7 mana. Yeah, I guess there's not a ton of good options for the not dying to burn plan. So maybe we just die to bird. Spark Trooper could work. Is it an elemental, though? It didn't even... Oh, I guess Lifelink. I'm a Meeks. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much. Weather the Storm could also work. That would be an okay idea if we could cast it. Our mana is not good at casting non-elementals. Spark Trooper's 4 mana, and it also just dies to a bird spell. Maybe we just need Yarok. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe if we had Yarok... Voracious Hatchling, Rakdos Ragmutt. Alright. Yeah, I guess there's not a ton of options, but this still feels very sketchy. Very, very sketchy. At least we're going to be on the play for game number... For game number 2. Let's bring in a Shriekmaw to maybe kill something. I don't think we can dismember. It's too painful. Changeling could work. Teyova Risen Reef does sound sweet. So we're on the turn 3, try to Skelemental into your Lava Spike plan. But then we can get it back. We don't really have life gain. Alright, yeah, sure. Dismember sort of prevents damage. We don't really have black cards. Well, Cavern on Elemental. Or black... We don't have many black lands. So we're pretty much always going to have to pay 4 life. Maybe it's still worth it. Shriekmaw would be a draw. That's not a Shriekmaw. Well, Cavern of Souls. Elemental. And... Yeah, I guess we Thunder Kid. Gotta get in that damage. Actually, I don't even... Do we even attack? Yeah, I guess we attack. They shouldn't have a free spell. Any good changelings that could fit into this deck? We have Unsettled Mariner. That's probably the easiest one to fit into the deck. There might be some other possibilities. What would happen if an arcane... Wait. What would happen if an Arcane Adaptation on human and a Gisela the Broken Blade on the battle... Wait. What would happen if I had an Arcane Adaptation on the battlefield on human, had a Gisela the Broken Blade on the battlefield, and cast Moonmist? I don't think anything. I don't think you can have the back half of a meld card without having the other half. So I'm pretty sure that it just wouldn't do anything. Well, land Bedlam Reveler. Ooh, Risen Reef. Risen Reef. Well, Elemental. I love Risen Reef, but I think we have to attack our opponent's hand here. I think we have to. Skelemental. Risen Reef for next turn, maybe. Skelemental. Get some cards out of the hand. Skelly Melly. Yeah, light up the stage is pretty bonkers. 1 mana draw 2s. Who would have thought? It's pretty close to like red Ancestral Vision. 1 card away. Well, there's Skelemental. Potent. Takes her beats. Down to 13. Gotta discard some cards. Yeah, you can't. You could do that with a normal flip card, but you can't do that with a meld card because meld card, it's not a card unless you have both halves of it. Opponent, Manamorphose. Ugh. Manamorphose is also a busted card. Wizards and their free spells. What do you think? Well, this is how our opponent gets to play a Bedlam. Wizards. Wizards. Why? Why, Wizards, do you keep printing free spells? Oh, well, that's the game. Leandro Morelli, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. Down to 13, we draw a useless land. Well, I guess our only realistic shot is evoke a Vesperlark. We clean out our opponent's hand and just hope they don't draw anything. Vesperlark to get back Thunderkin. Thunderkin gets back Skelemental. Hit our opponent, no cards in hand, and then just hope. Man, triple Manamorphose was absolutely brutal. That was so brutal. So we get back Thunderkin Awakener. Thunderkin goes to combat. It attacks. Thunderkin gets back Skellymelly. Clean out our opponent's hand. Yeah, opponent blocks. Drops to 7. Reflecting Pool, go. And now we hope our opponent doesn't draw anything. Ugh. Alright, well, opponent, what you got? What do you peel off the top? Goes to combat. Attacks with everything. Down to 8. Plays a land. Alright, that's a whiff. Well, that's also a whiff. We will run out our Risen Reef, I guess. Draw a card. See if we can hit another elemental. Man, Healer of the Glade would actually be huge if we had it. Ugh. Alright. Ziggurat, go. Oh, I don't know. I don't think this is going to be enough. Opponent. Do they have a spell? They do. And we are dead. Yeah, that's lethal. Well, sometimes your opponent has 3 copies of Manamorphose. Wizards and their love of free spells. I will never understand. It really blows my mind. Every time Wizard prints a set, it has a broken free spell. Everyone tells Wizards, why do you print free spells? Then they have to ban the free spell. And then the next set they print another free spell. I don't understand the theory and the design theory of Wizards when it comes to free spells. Yeah, maybe it's just to sell packs. Alright. Well, I feel like the deck probably needs something to fight against decks like Burn. Flickerwisp bounce a land. What does Flickerwisp bounce a land do, though? Old Wolf, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. I actually think that Once Upon a Time is sort of like Manamorphose. I think that's probably the closest comparison, in that it doesn't actually do anything broken in the way Hogak does, but we just saw what Manamorphose can do. And even though Manamorphose might not look super broken, it's actually pretty good. Like, just being free and not costing a card is pretty busted. Hey, what's up, Mr. Wood? How are you? I'm doing well, Zyre. I was doing better before we just got Manamorphosed into oblivion, but still doing good. How are you doing? What about Graveshifter or Tarion Mauler in the board? So Graveshifter, I guess, it might be okay, but we kind of have Horde of Notions, which I think is sort of maybe better Graveshifter. Oh, we're getting dredged. Well, this is where having 4 ley lines in the board might be helpful. Silencer, Xyre, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. There's an Archamoeba. Gets back prized amalgam. Tome Scour. Well, at least degenerate graveyard decks have to play things like Tome Scour instead of Faithless Looting. That is a downgrade. Any modern deck you would recommend for the first deck that's under $500 and not burn? Ew. That's a interesting question. All right, take up Vial. Cavern is nice. That's a good draw. So Cavern on Elemental. We will play Voice of Resurgence. We will pass the turn. Not bad. Not bad, not bad. That's not bad at all. 49 Uber Bunny, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. So modern decks under $500 not burned. I'm trying to think, like, what is tier in that range? Ad Nauseam, maybe some Death and Taxes shells. Titan Shift is around $500 and definitely a top tier deck. Storm decks are cheaper than that, and they kind of go up and down in the meta, but they're relatively close to that range. How do we want to do this? Do we chump? We put in Flamekin Harbinger. Huh. And double block? That might be fine. Bogles is another one. 8-Rack is probably, well, 8-Rack, it depends on the build. If you got Lilianas and Ensnaring Bridges, I don't think it's under 500. Oh, we have Thunderkin and Skelemental. Alright. Vial. Harbinger. Harbinger gets us oh, we kind of want to land. We really kind of want to land to get to Risen Reef. Let's take just another voice. Another voice resurgence. Chump block. Take 1. Stay at 19. Hey, what's up, Possibility Storm? I'm excited for some Risen Reefing too. We're close. Next turn we can maybe get Risen Reef going. Opponent, what you got? City of Brass. 16. Hard cast Stinkweed Imp. That is fine. That is a perfectly acceptable line of play. So we untap. Take up Vial to 2. We play Flamekin Harbinger. This time we're definitely getting Risen Reef. Getting the value going. Grab Risen Reef. Start the fun. Pass the turn. And things are looking up. Things are looking up in Elemental Land against Dredge. And Dredge actually, I think, was one of the decks most heavily featured in the last list of 5-0s from Magic Online, so apparently it's a thing. Golgari Food. Yeah, so what deck are you most excited to build in New Standard? Golgari Food seems like it has potential. Well, we'll just chump. Opponent is not dredging very effectively yet. Not at all. Is this another Stinkweed? Another hardcast Stinkweed? Hardcast Bloodghast. Alright, Dredge. Steam Vents. Tapped. Well, we will Vial in a Voice of Resurgence. Actually, let's Violent Unsettled Mariner to protect Risen Reef. Untap, take up Vial, and now the value starts flowing. And we might be able to just outvalue Dredge here. Take up Vial. That's a Risen Reef. We will put Risen Reef into play. Yes, please. We will trigger Risen Reef. We will hit a something. The food deck looks sweet. The name, yeah, food token, I'm still getting used to it. We will actually put the land in hand. We will play Primal Beyond. We will reveal Flicker Wisp. We will play Flicker Wisp. Flicker Wisp comes into play. It's an elemental. It triggers Risen Reef, and this is where the deck looks insane. Dr. Metal Warpler, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soups here for our new subscriber, and Larsos, welcome you as well. Big soups here for you. What do you think of the Brawl Precrons? Is Wizards just trying to push a format that will never work, or is there some potential there? So, if you asked me that a couple of weeks ago, I would say that Wizards was just kind of trying to push a format that may or may not actually work. But after playing the precons on Magic Arena, they're actually pretty sweet. So maybe, especially because it's on Arena, there might actually be some potential for the Brawl format. I still don't know if it'll really catch on in paper. My guess is, in paper, people will probably buy the Brawl decks to play the cards in Commander. But I think it might actually have a shot on Arena to be played. Where can we email you for instant deck text? I've been working on an Astro Prison deck. Ooh, that sounds like about kind of Jake. Saffron Olive, mtggoldfish.com. I'm excited to build around Esper Fairies and Commander. I mean, one thing they did really well with the Brawl decks is almost all the new commanders are sweet. Shalane is insane. Sir Gwyn is actually a pretty cool Knight Commander. The Esper Fairies thing, that's fine. It doesn't really excite me, but I think it's strong. And I know, like, Crim, that's, like, a very Crim-esque commander. And then, what's the last one? Oh, the Jund Dragon is awesome. I really like Jund Dragon. So, yeah, I think that they did a really good job designing new commanders. Top Deck 1, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soups here for our re-subscriber. Yeah, Moto definitely likes you to look. Look at the card. Look. Heads up, LGS I do orders for. Looks like they're getting hosed on the number of Brawl decks. Spirit numbers are down to the announcement of Shocklands, $15 mana rock in each. We're allowed at 8 total decks. Good lord. That is not a lot of decks. I had someone tell me that in Australia, they could buy the Brawl decks for $15, which is insane. If you could get Brawl decks for $15, that is easy money. Awesome, dude! Applying to my first college, one down, many to go. How are you doing today? Well, awesome, dude. I'm doing pretty well, and congratulations. Is it Colorado School of the Mines? I think that was what you told me before when I asked you what your number one choice was. Thank you for the cheer, by the way. Huge cheer. 1,000 bits. Bytes. Well, good luck, awesome, dude. Yeah, applying for colleges. It should be a interesting and fun year. Ponit, Copperline Gorge. Well, I think we're going to try to go off. Aether Vial will remain on 3. And let's have some fun this turn. Ooh, Skelly Belly. All right, so step 1 of this turn. We will play a... Oh, no. Oh, we can't actually play Phantasm. I guess we should have put one of these on something else. Huh. Well, that's worth keeping in mind. So, new plan. We will... Let's start with Voice of Resurgence, since we can't actually play Phantasmal Image at the moment. So, Voice of Resurgence. Trigger. Oh, it's actually 2,000 bits. And out of curiosity, can you tell me the conversion to dollars? 1,000? Is it a cent a piece? Is it $10? But no, it's 2,000. $20? I might be wrong. But hey, what's up, Big Nips? How are you? So we hit a Thunderkin Awakener. Well, I guess we play Thunderkin Awakener. Triggers our Risen Reef. We hit an Ether Vial. We go to combat. We do some attacking. Thunderkin gets back Flamekin Harbinger. Yep. Oh, Risen Reefs are coming. So now we stack it so Flamekin triggers first, gets us Risen Reef number 2, and this is where Elementals just looks absurd. Tutor. Frontosi with a gift sub to Admiral Blastosi. Welcome to the Fishbowl. This pile is sweet. It is a pile, but good lord, the value. Risen Reef draws us a Risen Reef. Yes, please. And see what our opponent does. Now we have 2 Risen Reefs going, and we're just gonna, like, draw our deck, I think. Opponent eats our big token, Stinkweed in the graveyard, sure. Stuff dies. Well, now we get to Risen Reef, put it into play with our Vial. 2 triggers. Trigger 1, Unsettled Mariner. Trigger 2, Vesperlark. Ew, alright. Then we play Ether Vial. And we pass the turn. Opponent gets to start dredging. I guess the concern is we could get Conflagrated out of the game. Opponent gets to dredge. Ew! Narcomoeba Creeping Chill. Alright, down to 13. We don't actually have life gain. This is a little bit concerning. Opponent untaps. How long until I learn how to say Blastosti? I think I'm saying it right already, right? Frostosi. How am I supposed to say it? How am I? Give me some language advice. Yeah, I'm a little worried about creep. Oh, though. So that's 2 Conflagrates. All right. So at least we get ley lines after sideboarding. Our value train is running, but winning the game is not easy when our opponent has so much graveyard value. We're not doing much winning with this deck. How do you say Tortosi? Tortosi? It's like Pokemon. Oh, it's a Pokemon word? I didn't know that was even a Pokemon word. I've never really played Pokemon. Spark Trooper for life gain would be a good ad. Maybe. Life gain would be nice. I'm a little worried that Spark Trooper just dies. Do we want another Skelemental effect? Maybe. I'm a little worried about, like, Lava Dart and so forth. Have you thought about a shampoo sponsor for your Twitch? That's actually a sweet idea. I haven't. Hey, hello from the U.S. Here's Sheens96. How are you? Good to see ya. Opponent, thinking about killing us. We're not exactly dead, but we're not super duper alive either with this Conflagrate. They can loan back lands, 10 cards in hand. All right, opponent combat. How do they attack? Bloodghast, Prized Amalgam, Narcomoeba. So we got to block everything, which means... block here. Actually, can we go to... I guess we can take 2. We go to 11. Yeah, we should stay alive one more turn. Alright, so block. Kill stuff. Go to 11. We get a big voice token. We get some Risen Reef triggers. Flamekin Harbinger. Ugh. We have not hit many lands. We don't have many lands that have been hit, unfortunately. Well, we'll see. Opponent has a lot of damage from Conflagrate. That is a concern here. Do you think Wizards deliberately watering down the 2019 Commander deck so Brawl decks would seem better? I don't know, it just seems odd that Brawl would get Shockland reprints and Commander best reprint was Seedborn. I don't think so. I thought that Commander 2019 was an improvement over last year reprint-wise. It wasn't as good as some of the early years of the Commander series, but I think it was still an improvement over last year. I think the Brawl decks, it's partly that they're only standard legal. So how many reprints do you really have? Like, if you want to put non-basic lands and they can only be standard legal lands, there's only so many options available, so I think that's part of it. I'm going to have to look into getting a shampoo sponsor. Dead to chill, yeah, we're going to be dead to chill. That's definitely something that we are. Our hope is to kill our opponent on the backswing somehow. I don't know how realistic that is, but that's our hope. Conflagrate. So opponent's going to go with the kill our board plan. Okay. I'm actually pretty okay with this because we're pretty good at getting our board back. So opponent kills stuff. Yup. Most of our board dies. All right, well, we just got to kill our opponent. Easy. We can do that, right? Maybe. Wooded Foothills gets back the Dorks. Yep, but they can't block. Can we 13 our opponent? Can we do it? Elemental's going to grow. Skelemental is 6. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, we easily do it, right? We should be able to just very easily kill our opponent. So we untap. Yeah, opponent played that kind of strangely. Vial stays on 3. Vial goes up to 1. Ziggurat. So play Ziggurat. All right, how do we do this? Risen Reef. No Risen Reefs. So I think we just evoke a Vesperlark. Vesperlark gets back Thunderkin Awakener. Opponent can't block with anything. Thunderkin Awakener returns. Then we Violin Flamekin Harbinger. Sure, we'll tutor. I don't think it matters. Grab Omnath. Then we'll Vial in Lightning Skelemental. Then we'll play a Unsettled Mariner. Then we go to combat. Then we attack with everything. Thunderkin gets back Flicker Wisp. And that's a lot of damage. That is many damages. And opponent, super dead. Wait, what are we getting punted for? Aren't we just killing our opponent? It is super nice that they actually put the shocks in the Brawl decks. Wait, what are we getting punted for? We just killed, it was lethal. Were we not lethal enough? Alright, well, this is one of the matchups where 4 ley lines in the sideboard is pretty good. So ley lines in, going down what? What's actively bad in this matchup? I guess Skelemental's kind of meh since our opponent wants cards in the graveyard. I don't think we can cut them all, but we can probably trim a Skelemental. Maybe like Skelemental, Phantasmal Image. Oh, we could have used blue mana to play Phantasm. Yeah, I guess we could have played, use our blue mana, Phantasmal Image on Skelemental or something. Yeah, okay. I mean, it was lethal either way, but that would have been more spectacularly lethal. So, fair enough. Fair enough. I will accept a punt, even though our line was still lethal. It just wasn't as cool. And cool lines are pretty important. Alright, let's try it like that. Mulligan into our ley lines because we can't cast them, and here we go. Here we go. Ooh. Sir Conrad Doom Whisperer combo. So, Sir Conrad the Grim. Whenever a creature dies or is put into the graveyard from anywhere other than the battlefield or leaves your graveyard, deals 1 damage to each opponent. I had not thought about that. This deck should probably be playing Dredge stuff, right? I think if you had Doom Whisper, Sir Conrad, a deck full of creatures and Creeping Chill, could you just surveil enough to kill your opponent? That might actually just combo, because you'll gain, potentially if you surveil luckily enough, you'll gain enough life that you can keep going. That's actually a really cool idea. Worked 14 hours today. Good lord, Glimp. That is a long day. Happy to catch you, relax my wine, and watch you be you. Well, I'm glad to have you. We can't really cast much of anything, but we have 2 ley lines, so sorry, Dredge. Our 2 ley lines beat your 1 nature's claim. Go. And they scoop him up. The opponent's not giving up yet. Blood Grip tapped. Oh, life is good, life is good. That's a Vile past the turn. Is Bob still viable in Modern Judd? I see people still playing it. I don't think, I don't know. Ren and 6 might be more played in that slot at the moment, but I think Bob is still viable. Whether or not it's as good as Ren and 6, that I'm not 100% sure. We really? Yeah, let's just... We can't cast this. We don't want to copy that. All right, pass the turn. We can violin our Harbinger if we want to. My girlfriend won't let me stream Arena right now, so I'm watching you instead. Next best thing. Oh, well, I'm sorry, Voltage. What do you think of Arena at the moment? Yeah, I'm going to have to ask Richard about... What Richard will tell you, and he will be very wrong, is you should be playing Stranglerootgeist in that slot. So yeah, take that as you will. But I'm pretty sure that would be Richard's Jund advice. Never met anyone that loved a Magic card as much as Richard loves Stranglerootgeist and Jund for some reason. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't see it. I don't understand it. But what are we taking? Do we just start chaining Harbingers? Huh. How would you build Stuffied Owl Shivan Meteor? Ew. Well, I would probably build around that theme of dealing damage to our own creatures. I'd look for, like, Boros Reckoners and additional Stuffied Owl effects, and then, like, Volcano Helions, Blasphemous Axe. If you can afford it, Blood Moons, good way to slow down opponents in a deck like that. So that's probably the direction I would head. All right, we're just going to take Risen Reeve. It doesn't do anything immediately, but it sets us up for the future. So opponent plays a Stinky. We take up Vile. We draw a Risen Reeve that doesn't do anything until next turn. But then next turn, look out. We pass the turn. And next turn, the value chain starts overflowing. Yeah, something like Vince's Mono Red Con would be good. Did I see Kenrith the Returned King? I did. And I love some 5-color commanders. And Kenrith is a pretty sweet one. What do you all think of Kenrith? If you haven't seen it, Kenrith Returned King. 5 mana, 5/5, red. All creatures gain trample and haste until end of turn. 1 in green, counter on creature. 2 in white, target player gains 5 life. 3 in blue, target player draws a card. 5 mana, including a black mana, reanimate a creature. Or actually sort of with a twist. Put it into play under its owner's control. So you can reanimate your own stuff or stuff for your opponent. It's kind of like a Feldigriff in Standard and in Commander. Opponent gonna start churning through their deck. I think it's really cool. It reminds me of a Feldigriff to some extent. The last ability really powerful. It is. It definitely is. I am most excited to play Shulane in Standard, but we'll probably play King Arthur too. Man, I have to say, the flavor of this set is so good. It's like almost mind-blowingly good. So many of the cards are just like top down, really sweet designs. We got Robin Hood and King Arthur and the Lady of the Lake, and just so many sweet cards. So I'm kind of floored at just how flavorful this set is. It seems like one of the most flavorful sets that Wizards has probably ever designed. It's just like off the charts flavor-wise. Well, we're gonna Risen Reef. Ew. All right, Leyline of the Void. That's fine. We get to Phantasmal Image. Copy Risen Reef. 2 triggers. Yeah, put it into play on Elemental, and put it into play, go to combat, do some attacking, and alright, the value train is running, and I think our opponent's just pretty done. Like, what does our opponent do? We got triple Risen Reef coming next turn. The food flavor, I don't know. Yeah, I can't believe Wizards actually somehow got Brad from Game of Thrones to spoil the Buy-A-Box promo. Do you think, is he a Magic player? Or do you think Wizards were just like, hey, we'll give you a bunch of money if you do this? Or, like, I don't know. Like, how do you think that happened? Hey, see ya, Fivis. Have a wonderful evening. We'll be back on Thursday for some more streaming action. Food does have great flavor, especially good food. I don't know. I'm still kind of meh on food tokens. They still look like bad clues for me, but we are seeing more and more support. So I think you got to think of them like... You got to think of them... Man, they should have just killed this one, probably. You got to think of them like artifacts that are synergistic with other stuff. I think, like, sacking them to gain 3 life is sort of so-so. Yeah, the last season of Game of Thrones was not... Actually, like the last 2 seasons was kind of meh. I mean, I guess it wasn't horrible, but it definitely wasn't great. Vile, staying on 3. Ooh, Vesperlark. Vesperlark's sweet. Well, step 1, Risen Reef. Trigger. We'll put that one to our hand. And then we'll play Unclaimed Territory on Elemental. We are going to draw so many cards. Now we will evoke a Vesperlark to get back a Risen Reef. Trigger. Oh my god, Flicker Wisp. And another Vesperlark. Okay. It dies. We get back Risen Reef. That's 3 triggers. Opponent's done! Too much value! And too many ley lines, but that was beautiful! Oh, Risen Reef is so sweet. Oh, Risen Reef. So good. Golden Goose is almost good enough itself. When I first read Gilded Goose, I was kind of like, I don't know. Seems like a bad mana dork. But then I've seen a lot of other people really high on it. It does gain life. I've seen people compare it to, like, Deathrite Shaman, which seems a little bit of a stretch, but still, maybe it's a little bit better than I said at first. What about Unearth and Ephemerate in the list? So, the big challenge with... Little light on lands. Gonna have to go to 6. So, the big challenge with playing spells in this deck is our mana base can't really support it. That's the big concern, is we just don't have actual mana. Almost all of our mana is only for elementals or creatures, so that's the problem. Bird of Pearls and Rice instead of Paradise. Ew, that's a good nickname. I mean, it probably will be pretty good. And we have seen a lot of food token stuff, so it should be pretty easy to to keep it going. I mean, I think it's probably fine by itself, but you can play enough incidental food stuff to make it work. Farmer, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Oh my God, Elemental Mirror. Oh God, big scoops cheer for our new subscriber. Oh, okay, this is gonna be wild. This is going to be something. Voice of Resurgence. Pona was watching the stream. They were logging off. So I must have possibly seen us playing Elementals. They're like, this looks fun. Let's play Elementals. Nearly saved Jim. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. Pona's getting their ramp on. Well, we will Ziggurat. We will play. I mean, the deck feels very powerful. In round one, we just got burnout. We didn't have any life gain. But it feels very powerful. When it gets going, the value is really off the chart, so it is really fun. How long do you really need use mana for food in Modern? Wait, I'm very confused. Wow. They discarded Risen Reef Skelemental? What is their hand? That is insanely frightening. That's like two of the best elementals. They must have Vesperlarks in reanimation. Opponent, Rampin, Smoke Braider, Vesperlark, get back Risen Reef. Now our opponent gets to start drawing cards. Match 2 we played against Dredge. And we beat him fairly, then we beat him after sideboarding with ley lines. Opponent being the one with Risen Reef isn't ideal. Oh! Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay. Yup. Uh-huh. Sure. Well, I think our opponent's draw is a little better than ours. We might be getting out elementaled. Maybe we should not have hit our opponent with that Skelemental. We kind of really helped our opponent by putting those in the graveyard. Opponent's hand would have been so much worse if we didn't Skelemental. Alright, well, Omnath is something. I don't think it's enough, but it is something. So we play Omnath. We gotta kill Thunderkin, I think. Even though I want to... Yeah, we have to, or it just gets everything back. Kill Thunderkin. And hope for the best somehow. Psycho Smurf for the 35th month. Took a break from Standard to invest more in Transformers TCG. But here's my post-looting Mardu deck. Ew. Yeah, how is Transformers TCG? Welcome back to the Fishbowl, by the way. Thank you for your subscription. Oh, opponent's going off. Big scoops here for our re-subscriber. Cabal Therapist looks cool. I've never played Transformers TCG. So do you bring in Leyline against their deck? I was just wondering about that. Maybe? Maybe we do? Oh, we are so wrecked. Sure. Ether file. Yeah, it might be. I think we're to the death point. Dog of Myth, good to be back. Good to have you, Dog of Myth. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soups here for our new subscriber. Is it possible that you could make an instant deck tech on my Delver combo deck I've shown before? Ooh, possibly. I do think that Izzet Guildmage with Training Grounds is pretty sweet. And I mean, Ludwig's Test Subject can get pretty big if it sticks around. Isn't there ways to go infinite mana with Izzet Guildmage? Is it like rituals? Is it Guildmage Training Ground rituals? Maybe you don't even need Training Grounds. It does look fun. Plus Swerve. Swerve is also pretty unique. Opponent. Alright. Fair enough. We got very much out-elementaled. That was insanely brutal. Okay. So. Elemental Mirror. I think the way you win the mirror is to draw more Risen Reefs. I'm wondering if we have to take out Skelemental. Is Skelemental just like unplayable in the mirror, or do we just get unlucky with how that game played out? I think we would have had a much better chance if we had not hit our opponent with Skelemental. What's the worst deck I've ever played? Oh, I'm sure that's a long list. Probably Vintage Kobolds or a mono blue mill deck we played on Mucha Brew. Those are two that stick out as probably being the worst. Well, Horde of Notion, Spite Bellow, Shriek Maw, Dismembers, Flicker Wisp. Could it really be right to take out Skelemental? That sounds crazy, because Skelemental is like one of the best cards, but maybe it's just too, like, and they draw cards with the Risen Reef. Oh, I don't know. I could either see Skelemental winning us the game, or like it in game one, just losing us the game. Or just kind of being irrelevant, because it hits for some damage, but then our opponent just refills with Risen Reef. We almost might take it out. Mirror Gallery Shrines. Mirror Gallery Shrines was pretty bad. I've definitely played a lot of bad decks. But I don't know if any of them match up to Vintage Kobolds. Or the mono blue mill deck was just... That one was really rough. Maybe we can't bring in another Flicker Wisp. Trim maybe like a Phantasmal Image. Unsettled Marauder doesn't seem that great. Opponent doesn't have much that's targeting us. Maybe we could just trim the Unsettled Mariners for the most part. And go 3 Skelementals. Alright, try it like that. Try it like that. I am Sharticus. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soups here for our new subscriber. Okay, well, we're going to keep. We'll see. Skelementals again. I don't know if this is good or bad. We're about to find out. We have the combo, Skelemental Thunderkid. We'll see. Either going to win us or lose us the game, just like we talked about. The Transformers TCG is very unique. It is awesome to brew in. Sure, it has staples, but apart from a few characters from the first set, like Optimus and Grimlock, the game is very well balanced. Interesting. Is that another, like, Hasbro game? Who makes... That is, right? That's, yeah. Definitely another Hasbro game. I haven't really played any card games outside of Magic, honestly. Never played Pokemon, never played Yu-Gi-Oh! Just haven't really played any of them. If I was going to try any non-Magic card game, what one would you recommend? What would be the number one card game to test? If you cascade into an adventure card, you can choose which card you want to cast of them. Ooh. That's sweet. Opponent gets a Smoke Braider, trying to get their ramp on. Well, Ancient Ziggurat, and we will just... run out, I guess Voice of Resurgence. Pass the turn. Alright, opponent. Cavern of Souls on Elemental. We would like a land. Land number 3 would be sweet. Well, I played a lot of poker. I just haven't played, so I should rephrase that. I haven't played any, like, Magic-styled card games. I've definitely played poker. Another Voice. Well... Go to combat. Do some attacking. I think we gotta kill Smoke Braider. Land number 3 would have been really helpful. Kill Smoke Braider. Pass the turn. No Risen Reef, please. No Risen Reef. No Risen Reef. I assume our opponent was Mana Light if they're tutoring up Smoke Braider. Vesperlark to get back Smoke Braider. Land! We need a land, for the love of God. You tweeted about Shadowverse cards art mistake last year. Did someone tell you that, or how do you know without playing Shadowverse? Alright, there's Cavern on Elemental. Ooh, Skelly Melly. Skelly Melly or value for Risen Reef? I think we gotta go Skelemental. I think that, where did I read about the Shadowverse thing? I remember what you were talking about. Maybe I was reading about it on Reddit. I read about it somewhere. I don't remember where, but I never actually played Shadowverse. Have you seen any lists that combine Young Pyromancer and Risen Reef? Ooh. I have not, but that sounds super awesome. Today's Budget Magic was really cool. Great time to be playing Modern. It is. Modern has gotten so much better since the bannings. That's for sure. Is Shadowverse that Weeb card game? Maybe? Yes, I believe it is. I didn't even know what Weeb was until GP Vegas, and Crib taught me what Weeb is. He also tried very hard to get me to watch anime. It didn't actually work because it was always at like 2 in the morning once we got home after like really long days. But he kind of won me over to trying anime at some point. Yeah, Modern Horizon cards are ridiculously expensive at the moment. Opponent, Risen Reef, passes. We might be doing better this game. Play a land. Play Voice of Resurgence Part 2. So our opponent can't cast spells on us. Play Thunderkin Awakener. And this might just do it. This went much better. Well, Skelemental was good this game. Thunderkid, combat. If our opponent casts a spell, we get huge elementals. Wow, they're going to? Alrighty then. That's fine. You killed our Thunderkin and gave us 8 power of creatures. Down to 4. Why do you think Modern Horizon cards are so expensive? Small printing. I think it's a lot of it. Especially, I think that's mostly on Magic Online. They are somewhat expensive in paper, but on Magic Online, they are absurdly expensive. What can our opponent get here that's relevant? Is there anything? So they get to tutor an elemental and then draw it. They do have 5 elemental mana, but they're staring down a big board and they don't even know about Skelemental incoming. So yeah, I think it just, a lot of people played the Phantom drafts because they were cheaper. All right, opponent gets a Flicker Wisp. So I think that's the biggest reason. The supply is just not super high. What card are you most excited for in Throne so far? Oh, the list is long. Throne looks like such a sweet set. New Garruk, I think, is really powerful, even though it's not super spicy. Charming Prince is one of the cards I'm most excited for from today. Hero's Downfall, the new Hero's Downfall, is going to be really important to Standard. Alright. Yeah, I think we just Skelemental and win. I think we win. We either win or essentially win. So, Skelemental. Go to combat. Attack with everything. Opponent. This is such a weird mirror match. This is like the weirdest mirror match. Alright, run it back. It's so swingy and strange. Do you see the card art of an elf suplexing a bear? I don't think I noticed that one. When you play Liliana Dreadhorde General instead of Garruk in every case? I think Garruk is better than Liliana. Isn't it? I mean, I definitely would play it in every case. So, Garruk, you get 2 2/2s. Liliana, you get 1. I guess Liliana, you get rid of 2 creatures, but you hurt your creatures. Garruk gets rid of 1, but you get to draw a card. And then both ultimates are essentially game-winning. I think the Garruk is probably better. I wouldn't say in every case, but I would say I think in many cases, Garruk is probably better. Once Upon a Time breaks Tron just a little bit more. I don't actually know about that. I'm not convinced that Once Upon a Time is that good in Tron. There's been a big conversation about it on Twitter today. I mean, I think it's... So I probably said that wrong. I think it's good in Tron. It's not good in Tron. But I don't know if you play it in Tron. I think it's worse than Ancient Stirrings. And then I think it's worse than Ancient Stirrings. And then I think that, I don't know what you cut. And it doesn't hit your finishers most of the time, so I think you either got to rebuild. I don't know. I'm not convinced it's that great at Tron. It's probably okay, but I don't think it's insane. Huh. I feel like our opponent has an advantage in the mirror based on Smoke Braider primarily. Smoke Braider's been very good for our opponent. Like, it feels like that might be what's shifting the match. Or math. Alright, on Elemental, run out, Voice of Resurgence. Hope like crazy we don't get hit by Skelemental here. Pass the turn. What is your opinion of the green and black trolls? I think the black troll is very powerful. I think the green troll... Uh-oh. Shriek Maw. I think the black troll is very powerful, and the green troll is also pretty good, although I don't think it's as good as the black troll. I think black troll is number one for me. Now this is going to be a good turn. Violin, Flamekin Harbinger. Flamekin Harbinger gets Risen Reef. Who? What do? We take up Vial to 2. Ziggurat. Well, step 1, Risen Reef. We know we're Risen Reefing. Do we copy Shriek Mod? Do we copy Risen Reef? Well, Risen Reef. Trigger. Draws cards. Okay. Oh, what do we do? I guess we can wait. I'm tempted to just kill Smoke Braider. Like, I feel like maybe that's better, but then I love drawing cards more than anything in Magic. Oh, I don't know what to do. This is the worst. What do you think a good deck is for post-rotation with about 10 lands? With about 10 lands? Like 10 lands in the deck? Copy Smoke Braider and Horde next turn. I don't know about copying Smoke Braider. I think it's either kill Smoke Braider or copy Risen Reef. Alright. Alright, we'll go power to power. Sure. We're going to draw cards. You can have your mana opponent. We're going to draw cards. Alright. We got 2 Risen Reefs. What you got, opponent? Please don't kill us. No killy. No killy, please. Vote it. I mean, we might be able to get down Horde of Notion anyway, just because we're ramping with Risen Reef. Phone it. And man, oh my goodness, cracking their land. Oh, I don't know if that was a punt. That's good for us. That reeks of desperation. We might be taking down the mirror with our Risen Reefs, and that's what it's about. Who draws the most Risen Reefs? What do you think of Adventures alongside Cascade? Cascade only cares about the creature's converted mana cost. Not the instant or sorcery, but you can still cast the spell half. I would have to look at the options available. I'm not sure. It sounds like a sweet synergy, but I would have to think about like what you could cascade into that would really break it. I guess like the green 1-drop that makes 3 tokens for 7 mana. Like that's pretty good. I think it would depend on how powerful of a thing you can ramp into. So I'd have to research the adventure cards. Like I don't think making like cascading into the 3 2/2s. That's fine, but I don't think it's like worth building a deck around. You can already cascade into like Crashing Footfalls or whatever. So I don't know if it's worth building around that. If there's something more broken than that, then maybe. I've just heard about it from the chat. I would want to confirm that that is correct, but it seems correct to me on its face. Huh. Well, I guess we play Flamekin Harbinger. Tutor. Get... Get... Vesperlark. Draw Vesperlark. Evoke Vesperlark. Vesperlark comes into play, we get a trigger. Risen Reef. Ooh, Spite Bellows. Okay. Vesperlark gets back Risen Reef, gets us 2 triggers. Ooh, Phantasmal Image. I like that. Yeah, opponent said they had a sweet play, but they tapped wrong and it ruined it. Well, we're just gonna keep making Risen Reefs. I think that is what we were supposed to do. You can never really have too many Risen Reefs. Phantasmal Image. Copy Risen Reef. 3 triggers. Dismember. Oh my god! Oh my god! Another Risen Reef. Okay, go to combat. The value! The value. Go attacking. Hit our opponent. Oh, so many. So many Risen Reefs. All right, opponent. All right, plays a land. Let's see that sweet 5-mana play. Is it Horde of Notions? We can put a Risen Reef into play at instant speed. Oh, I think we're winning this. I think you just play enough Risen Reefs and you win. We missed a damage, but then we would have had to discard a lot of cards to hand size. So I think it's worth missing the damage to not have to discard like 4 to hand size. Opponent gets back Spite Bellows. We will block Spite Bellows. Spite Bellows goes away. What's it gonna kill? Okay. Kills our token. Opponent. Still got mana, still got 3 mana. The beard is going well, I think. Oh, Willy, how are you? How's your beard? You should stream an updated Dubious Challenge deck. We should revisit that at some point. Someone asked me today if we should stream Cube. What's your thoughts on Cube stream? Is that something that would be entertaining and fun, or something you don't actually care about? I'm sort of curious. In the past, our limited streams have been like our pre-release streams are good when we do them, but they're not usually super enthusiastic. It seems like people typically enjoy Constructed the most. That's been and specifically Modern and Standard. It seems like stream-wise, when I stray outside of that, they're like Pauper or Commander or Limited. They're usually just less popular. But I think that's maybe because we mostly focus on like brews and under-the-radar decks, so it kind of makes sense that that's what people want to see. I mean, maybe I'll do a Cube draft for like rough drafts on the YouTube. Opponent gets Lightning Skelemental. Sure. Well, how about Risen Reef? Number 4. Get a few triggers. Aether Vial. Cavern on Elemental. Thunderkin. Oh man, we're going to draw so many cards. Skelemental. Oh, did we just win? Oh, we just win? That's not as fun. Vial stays on 3. Aww. Well, I guess we gotta win now. Primal Beyond. Reveal Thunderkin. Let's draw our deck first. We gotta draw our deck first. We must. So 1, 2, 3. So we start by evoking Spite Bellows. Spite Bellows evoke. 4 triggers. Yep. Few Risen Reefs. Flicker Wisp, and opponent! They've had enough. They've had enough. And that's what happens when you draw 4 Risen Reefs. Things go crazy. Man, we're up to 2-1. Taking down the mirrors somehow. Somehow. I don't know. Maybe this deck is sweet. Maybe this deck is just actually really good. Opponent does not deserve you drawing your whole deck. Our opponent was very nice, but I really wanted to draw more cards. Yeah, drafting can get a bit tedious. I only watch you when you were cubing when I was cubing myself, but this thing got real expensive, so I stopped. It does get expensive, especially if you you lose a lot. Hey, Seth, wanted to say that you and Goldfish itself actually inspired me to start my own site. Thanks for being awesome. That is super cool, Wooberg. Tried to port Kethis to Modern. I wonder if Kethis would have a chance in Modern. It seems like there's a lot more graveyard hate in the Modern format. It's a cool idea, though. You get some upgrades. Mox Opal, Oath of Nissa. Huh. What do you think of the Kethis deck in Standard? Actually, before we do that, a reminder before our next round that our sponsor tonight is Card Kingdom. And if you are looking for some super sweet... If you're looking for some super sweet Throne of Eldraine cards, you can snag them at CardKingdom.com. So thank you to Card Kingdom for supporting the show. The Kethis deck, I wonder if is it too good for Standard? It seems like it's the #1 deck in Standard at the moment. By a pretty long shot. I guess it's cool to see a new deck develop at the end of Standard to be so good. McStevo, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big scoops cheer for our new subscriber. Who we might actually get a chance to get in a game or two with Urza as well. Artifact recast card spoiled today seems sweet with Kethis. Yeah, that does seem very sweet with Kethis. Although most of the Kethis pieces in Standard are rotating. So I don't know. I guess it would have to move to Modern. And I don't know if it'll be good enough for Modern. You know, this hand doesn't have Risen Reef, but after watching your Golos Commander, I really wanted to build my own, which turned into a cast for free Super Friends deck. Oh, that sounds like a blast, Ace Munley. That sounds really cool. Super Friends is fun. Casting them for free even better. So they remember a video of you missing triggers like crazy in paper. Was that a show or the norm? Huh. Where was I? Was it the Commander Clash? I'm trying to think of when I actually played in paper. I just don't really have videos in paper. I mean, I'm sure it's probably the norm. Just because I don't really play paper very much. And when you play digitally all the time, you kind of get spoiled by the client. The client sort of providing that for you. I mean, Jund is super tough right now. When playing Kethis, the TBD is not too bad. Hedron Crab is so good with the deck. Kethis is top deck in Standard right now. I thought it was easily hated out. I think it's the #1 deck at this point. Opponent, Astrolabe. Opponent says they're been doing good with a competitive budget list. This should be interesting. Did you see Ben Stark metagaming against Kethis in the MPL? Karn's Juggernaut in the sideboard. Karn with Juggernaut on the sideboard. That sounds sweet. I haven't watched the MPL since like the 2nd or 3rd week of MPL. For some reason, it just doesn't exactly do it for me. I don't know why. I don't know why it does it, but I mean, I got some ideas. It's like pre-recorded. It's always Standard. The metagame tends to be a little inbred. Wait, can we not play this? It's all creature types. We should be able to play this, right? Yeah, there we go. All right. Unsettled Mariner. Go. Seth, what do you think of playing Shulane with Deadeye Navigator or Panharmonicon in Commander with Yarok? That sounds like something I would like. Although I tend to not play Deadeye Navigator too much just because I actually think it's like too good and not really fun. I mean, it's definitely, if you're trying to build it as powerful as possible, that's the way to go because pretty busted, but... Yeah, we played a sliver. It's a bear. It's everything. Whoa. Okay. Huh. What is happening? What is going on? Okay. Huh. Well, Cavern of Souls on Elemental. Go to combat. Attack. That's a Phyrexian Soul Gorger. Okay. And, let's just play, I guess, another Unsettled Mariner? I don't even know. I don't know what's happening. I have no idea what's going on here. I'm a little scared. I'm a little worried about this Soul Gorger. Ichor Wellspring, draw a card. Opponent's deck looks kind of cool. We played earlier today. Just want to say thanks for the awesome content you make. I was really lucky on Battle Red Prowess. Oh, yeah, that was brutal, Ginky HS. I don't think I have a very good shot against that deck. This deck doesn't really have any life gain, which makes it a little bit tricky to All right, let's take up Vial to 3. Makes it a little tricky to keep up with your deck. Go to combat, do some attacking. Opponent takes it. Down to 14. Ziggurat. Yeah, pass the turn. I still don't know what's going on. Yeah, the triple Manamorphose. Oh, I was a little salty. Manamorphose drives me crazy because it seems like it does nothing, but it actually does. Whoa, Cadelthry Burst. But it actually kind of does everything. I was your Elemental's opponent last round. Hit Spite Bellows, Awakener. Oh! I wondered what you had at 5 mana. I'm sorry, Nickel Tide. It seemed like you accidentally sacked the Horizon land. Ugh. What's your opinion on the new legend, Kethis Return King? Seems like a super fun card to build around in Commander. I don't know about Standard. Maybe. Maybe it has a shot in Standard. 5 mana, 5/5. A lot of abilities. Ugh. I don't know. I don't know where it fits in Standard. Opponent said they can't hit lands. That's not great. Hitting lands is important. We can't hit Risen Reefs, so I guess we're basically even. That's about the same, right? Take up our keep our Violent 3. We can hit lands. We can hit many, many lands. Go to combat. Get in with our Unsettled Mariners. Opponent takes it. Primal Beyond. New reveal. And yeah, let's just pass. I don't know what our opponent's doing. Pass the turn. I mean, the abilities are all pretty fairly costed. 5 mana reanimation, 4 mana draw a card. Close enough that I could see it being good. That's a lot of tokens. Cadelthry Rebirth. Gets back Ichor Wellspring, draws a card. Huh. What do we do about all these tokens? Opponent's not hitting lands, so we're in the game, but I've never watched Full Metal Alchemist. Apparently, I need to. Opponent gets in, hits us. For 3. Down to 17. Risen Reef. We just want a Risen Reef. Well, Violin, Flicker Wisp. Oh, Risen Reef would be so good. It's just the #1 anime of all. So I've never watched anime before. We've talked about that a couple times. And then when we were in Vegas, Krim kept trying to get me to watch anime. And I can't remember the name of it. But the way he described it to me, it was something about like Yakuza getting sex changes and becoming like dancers or something. I don't know. Krim knew what it was, but that's what he tried to introduce me. That's what he wanted to watch. Is the first anime I'd ever watched, and I was like, I don't know, Krim. That sounds a little That sounds a little over the top. I've never watched anime before. Does that ring a bell? Is that a thing that people know of? Winterwolf, thanks for 8 months of great content. Wanted to ask if you planned on updating Niv Mizzet and Standard After Throne. For sure, Winterwolf. I definitely plan on it. Niv Mizzet's so sweet. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soups here for our new subscriber. Yes, you came in at a very weird time, Wall of Chaos. Crim anime talk. Backstreet Girls, okay. Yeah. So I didn't actually watch it, but that was almost my first ever introduction to anime. Man, we are flooding like crazy. Thankfully our opponent's deck isn't doing anything, or we'd be super dead. But our opponent's stumbling around, so we're still alive. Flaker Wisp, get rid of a token. Go to combat, do some attacking. And these Unsettled Mariners might just lock removal enough that we get to attack and win. Opponent goes to 3. Anime is definitely weird. I don't know. Just the ways that Crib was describing some of the anime topics, I was like, I mean, I like weird music and stuff, but it seemed even over the top for me. If you wanted to get into anime, FMA Brotherhood is probably the easiest way to get into it. It's very good, very European in concept, so it's less weird in the way that some anime shows weird out American viewers. Okay, that sounds like it could be a good starting point. I mean, I could see myself liking weird anime, but I think for my introduction to anime, I probably should start with the Sex Change Yakuza or whatever. That probably a little bit much for my first anime experience. Opponent's got some spice. Opponent's definitely got some spice. They're going to lose because they can't draw lands, but that's a sweet idea. Soul Gorger coming back, kick a Bushwhacker. That's a really cool idea. Well, that went fine because our opponent missed lands. Should start with Mob Psycho 100. I've been playing your Bant Snowblade list since you posted on Twitter. Haven't done worse than 3-2 cents. What a great list! Awesome, Adhocris. I'm glad you like it. Yeah, I've had a lot of success with that too. I haven't played it as much recently because I've been doing spoiler season stuff, but yeah, that list I was pretty happy with how it turned out. Very, very happy. How do we fight it? This is a weird deck to fight against. We saw Graveyard stuff. We saw Bushwhacker stuff. I don't know how we fight against this, honestly. Do we bring in ley lines? I will be, Wall of Chaos. Not tonight, but I definitely will be for a future stream. What do you think of a deck with Steel Overseer and other artifacts in Standard after rotation? I really would love an artifact aggro deck to be good in Standard. I think it would be super sweet. I don't know if we have the pieces. We really got to see the rest of Throne of Eldraine. That's been what's kept artifact decks in check so far, is just not quite having enough support cards to really make it work. So, I don't know. We're just going to bring in a Shriekmaw, go light with the sideboarding. I don't really know the best way to fight against what our opponent's doing. We did a Chandelar joke video a couple of April Fools ago, but we've never done a Chandelar stream. That could be a fun special stream. Well, alright. This we will keep. We will put a... Skelemental to the bottom, I guess. We have a new donation. Hey, Dan! How are you? Good to see you, Dan. Let me see what this says. Opponent, Mountain, and passes. From Dan Wildfire, $2 donation. says Carol and Tuesday Part 1 is on Netflix. It's an anime. Let's just cavern on Elemental, pass the dirt. It's an anime about two girls that want to make music. Seems right up your alley. That does actually seem right up my alley. I'll have to check that out, Dan. That actually sounds super sweet. Hey, Seth, do you know? Thank you again so much for the donation. Ponent. Oh, there goes the engineer. Maybe we should be fighting the graveyard stuff. I don't even know. I don't know what's going on with this deck. Do you know how Rowan and Will Kenrith, the Battle Bond ones, work in Oathbreaker? Whew. I do not. My guess is that you cannot play both of them. But I could be wrong. I would have to try to look it up. I've never actually looked into that. We do have a Oathbreaker Commander Clash coming out this weekend. Our last GP Vegas episode, and then Commander Clash proper the next season will be starting. We'll be starting after that. The best anime director and best anime studio are behind Carol and Tuesday. Oh, that's right, Dan. I remember when we were at GP Niagara Falls, we were talking a bit about anime stuff. Death Note was a short and sweet anime about a high school student who finds out a death book with a death. Is that a movie? Death Note sounds familiar to me, but not because of anime. Is that like has that story been told in non-anime form? I don't know why that name sounds familiar. But I'm pretty sure I have not actually seen the anime. Well, that's Risen Reef. Start drawing cards. See if we live. I was made into a Netflix show. Okay, I don't think I've ever seen it, but the name sounds familiar. Well, pass the turd. Harbingers for days. Opponent. Undeps. Death Note is one of the best, is legendary. All right, well, I'll have to look into Death Note. Krim had all kinds of recommendations. Krim, if you want to talk anime, even though Tomer's name is Dr. Anime, Krim's the one to go to. Krim is like an encyclopedia of anime. I think you've seen like every anime multiple times, even like the very obscure ones. I was very impressed with Krim's anime now. I had no idea what he was talking about. Like, most of the anime is a little bit like Magic, where if you don't know it, a lot of the words are just like foreign and it's like another language. But I was very impressed with Krim's knowledge of the things I didn't understand. Yeah, we're going to be reefing here like crazy. Ooh, unclaimed territory. Wow, this is going to be good. So, we get to start off with, we're going to get many triggers. We start off with Phantasmal Image. We copy Risen Reef. Yes, please. And we should have blockers for a potential Bushwhacker. Security for the 3rd month. Hey, man, thanks for making great content. Well, thank you for subscribing. Welcome back to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soups here for our re-subscriber. So draw a card, draw a card. And then we play Unclaimed Territory on Elemental. We play Flamekin Harbinger. We're just going to draw as many cards as possible. Flamekin Harbinger. Let's trigger first. See what we hit. Ziggurat. No. We want that one in hand. Cavern. Battlefield. Elemental. Harbinger. Do we even tutor? Let's not tutor. Play Ziggurat. Oh, we don't want that in hand. We already played a land. Oh, I'm so bad. That's a pun, and I deserve a pun. Watch anime on stream. I don't know if that's another Harbinger. I don't know if that's allowed or not. Cavern, Elemental, Harbinger. This time we will tutor. We will take a... I say Risen Reef. I think the answer is always Risen Reef. Every time. Every time it's just Risen Reef. That's always Always a choice. Ronald Grinder, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soups here for our new subscriber. I would imagine that it was kind of a punt because we should have put the land into play. For some reason, I was thinking we hadn't made our land drop yet, but we definitely did. I'm imagining you can't just sit down and watch a movie on Twitch, but I don't know. A fun combo to make a lot of treasure tokens, killing your opponent out of nowhere with promo Tez because they forgot treasures are artifacts were specs of paper, especially fun in Commander. That does sound sweet, Ace Mundley. Oh, so let's say you were going to build a Grismold Commander deck. What's one card that you would definitely want to include in your Grismold Commander deck? I'm not saying I'm building Grismold, but Grismold is one of my favorite C19 commanders. Next deck, 40 Reefs and 20 lands. It might actually work if you could do that. Actually, it probably wouldn't. Maybe you would just draw enough cards that you would eventually... I think you would mill out before you could deal 20 damage in most matchups. Doubling Seasons. Illness in the Ranks, Night of Souls Betrayal. Do you ever revisit against the odds deck? I would like to see a modern version of the Infinite Time Stream Navigator deck. We haven't really started revisiting decks too much yet, but it's coming. So I think with Against the Odds, we're going to do a couple episodes leading to Throne of Eldraine. Then we'll have Throne of Eldraine season, which will be a lot of Throne of Eldraine stuff. And then I think as we get towards like the holiday season and the gap between Throne of Eldraine and Return to Theros, that's when we will probably start doing some revisiting of early classic Against the Odds decks. Putting them on the poll so we'll still have like voting for them and everything. But yeah, that's the plan, I think, with Against the Odds. Because there's so many really sweet cards that we played in the early days of Against the Odds, but I probably didn't really do justice to because I wasn't as good of a deck builder or a player. Or we just have like 4 or 5 more years worth of cards. So yes, revisiting is definitely them. We might actually finish forward one. We're kind of elementaling people like crazy here. Well, we're going to play Risen Reef because that's always the right choice. So, Risen Reef. Get some triggers. I think we have enough blockers that we can survive a Bushwhacker just by having enough blockers. Okay, Voice of Resurgence. And Harbinger. Well, play Harbinger. Get some triggers. Yeah, let's get some triggers. Flicker Wisp, yup. Into Mountain on the battlefield. Into Ziggurat on the battlefield. Into Harbinger, tutor. Up a Shriekmaw. Then we play Harbinger. Number 4, we will draw some cards. First card is Shriekmaw, and we're off to the races. Man, Risen Reef is busted. I wonder if Risen Reef counts as a mistake. Like, I wonder if we will look back someday and just be like, Wizard should not have done that. Primal Beyond, yup. Tutor, up Omnath, I think. Omnath for next turn. Ziggurat. And now we get to evoke a Shriekmaw? I mean, we could just play Phantasmal Image, but Shriekmaw, evoked. We will kill Engineer. Get a handful of triggers. Omnath. Flicker Wisp. Wow, this deck goes off. Blades. Kill it. Pass the turn. Discard the hand size. No attack. Staying on defense so we don't die to Bushwhackers. And then next turn, Omnath. Into copy Omnath. Should just be lethal, I would hope. We'll discard a Ether Vial. We will discard a Unsettled Mariner. Go ahead, opponent. Whoo! Oh, look at this board. 4 Harbingers, 3 Risen Reefs. Opponent, Phyrexian Core. Opponent does look like they have a sweet budget deck. It just can't keep up with Risen Reef. Risen Reef is, it's insane. Hall of Triumph, sure. Pump them. Pump them good, I say, opponent. Pumps the goblins. You should read Way of the King by Brandon Sanderson. I've never read that. Did you see the tweet I tagged you in? Ooh, when was that, Dan? Was it in the last, like, couple of hours I was streaming? If it was, there's a bushwhacker. If it was in the last couple of hours, I didn't. Actually, I don't think I've seen a tweet from you today. But it might have been while I was streaming, or just got buried. Spoiler season, Twitter is usually pretty chaotic. Opponent, full out attack. So let's see. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. Oh, we got to do some blocking. Block here. Block here. Block here. 15. Alright, we'll just block everything. Sure. Do a bunch of blocking. Take a little damage. We don't want to get burnt out, and our turn's going to be so insane that I think this is fine. Opponent passes. Voice of Resurgence. So, how do we best do this? First we... Okay, let's think about this. So we evoke Vesperlark. Evoke Vesperlark. Get some triggers. Get back Flamekin Harbinger. Can we go lethal here? Can we actually get lethal damage? That's the question. Risen Reef. Triggers. Thunderkin is good. Thunderkin. That makes it easier, I think. Risen Reef. Number 2. Skelemental. Also pretty good. Oh, Phantasmal Image. Okay. So this dies. We get back Flamekin Harbinger to get some triggers. We also have to not mill ourselves out. Flamekin. Risen Reef. Oh, this turd is insane. Risen Reef gets us a Vesperlark. Risen Reef gets us a Risen Reef. Risen Reef gets us... This time I think we do want it in hand. Hopefully we're doing that right. Harbinger. We don't even need to tutor. Play Primal Beyond. Reveal Omnath. So let's think 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we get to, this is going to be sweet. We get to play Thunderkin Awakener. Get some triggers. Yep. Oh, this turn's spectacular. We get an unclaimed territory on Elemental. Thunderkin Awakener. Ancient Ziggurat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we go to combat. We attack. Hit our opponent. Thunderkin gets back Vesperlark. Get some triggers. Ether Vial. Thunderkin. Flicker Wisp. We hit our opponent for a bunch. Oh, this is sweet. This is so sweet. We're literally just playing our entire deck. Then we tap our mana. Yes. We play our Omnath. Omnath comes down. Faces our opponent. Gets a bunch of triggers. Unsettled Mariner, whatever. Sure. Risen Reef. Yeah. Risen Reef. Unsettled Mariner. Omnath hits our opponent face. Then we play a Phantasmal Image. Copying Omnath. Get a bunch of triggers. And GG. Opponent scoops it up. Oh, I feel bad for our opponent. All right. And we got there. Sorry, I was talking to our opponent, whose deck does look like a cool idea of a budget deck, but no budget deck can overcome the power of Infinite Risen Reefs. Infinite Risen Reefs. Whew. Wait, am I getting punted again? We got lethal. We got lethal. You missed lethal by not casting Skelly copying with Image. I mean, isn't this lethal too? We get to play Omnath, copy Omnath, copy Omnath. It seems pretty spectacular. Why have Vile in this deck? Risen is such a rocking fixer. Do you really need Vile shenanigans? It does help speed things up a little bit. Oh, I think I missed, if you... Oh, Dan, I might have missed your comment. I was really focused on that turd, so I missed the chat for a minute. This deck would be hilarious with Amulet of Vigor. That would be super sweet to untap everything. Fusion! Are you going to Magic Fest Montreal? I don't think so. It's not impossible, but I don't have any GP trips planned at the moment. So I think not, but you never know. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for the resub. Big soups here for our new subscriber. Oh, let me see, Dan. 1,000 dead after Rocky Mountains tapped for 1 red mana. Oh, that's pretty good. Oh, magic humor. Oh, jeez. Okay, Griswold, I missed those comments too. What kind of deck do you want to build? Personally, I think there are 2 different decks. 1, enter the battlefield triggers with enemy battlefield, kill them. 2, give your opponent stuff, watch them kill each other. So what I'm envisioning is commander version of like the Dagger Burn deck that we played a long time ago. So like giving our opponent stuff, but actually having that stuff hurt our opponent rather than help our opponent. So the Dagger Bird deck, if you didn't see it, it was kind of a somewhat classic deck we played at one point. It was like Dousing Daggers, Trespassers Curses, Panharmonicons. It was really janky, but it was a really sweet idea. So I want to do something like that where with the help of Griswold, we're giving our opponent stuff, but then draining them out of the game, whatever, kind of like group sluggy. Yes, we can get in with Griswold, but I don't really want to like be a Voltron deck. Voltron is one of my least favorite, I would say, play styles in Commander. So I don't want to just be straight up Voltron. Sylvan Offering seems like a sweet one. Should I play Sultai Teaching again this weekend or at the MCQ or something boring like Burner Scapeshift? Oh no. Oh no. Our dreams might be dying. I think we determined that this is our worst matchup. We just do not have the cards to fight Burn. Alright, well, we'll see. The 4-1 Dream was alive, but on the draw against Burn again, not as alive. I don't even know what Voltron decks are. Oh, Voltron, that's just like a slang term for decks that are looking to basically, often with their commander in Commander, like, grow one really huge creature and kill people with it. Like, a classic example of Voltron in Commander is Ural. Ural is kind of like what I think of when I think of Voltron decks. Like, you play your commander, put a bunch of auras on it, try to like kill everyone with 1 or 2 attacks with commander damage. So I don't want to build like Griswold, try to make it big and put a bunch of like rankers on it and try to kill people with attacking with Griswold. Even though I'm fine with like getting in damage with Griswold, but I don't want that to be the goal of the deck. Well, the good news is we might be able to play a couple games with Urza. Our league didn't go super long. I don't think we're going to beat Burn, but we might be able to try out the Urza deck. Which came really close in our Twitter poll, so we can probably give it a quick spin. It does seem like a sweet idea. Urza, Paradox Engine, that is spicy. Well, we're definitely blocking Eidolon. Maybe we have a chance. Our opponent's down to 15. Like, maybe. Maybe? Oh, they have more Eidolons. Opponent passes. Reflecting Pool. Interesting. All of our stuff is dealing us damage, unfortunately. Well, I think we... Risen Reef. Opponent's only got 2 cards in hand? Maybe there's hope. Our opponent's only got 2 cards. Ziggurat into play. Alright, pass the turn. Okay, okay. Only 2 cards. Riftbolt coming down, killing something. What's it going for? There's some hope. There's some very small hope that we might be able to do it. What are you playing an M20 standard event thing for Mastery? I haven't got a chance to play that deck yet. Engineering Plague does seem sweet, Dane. I do like that. Yeah, I haven't got a chance to play that event yet. I still want to, and I still will, but I haven't got a chance to play it yet. I don't know what I'm going to play, honestly. Unsure. Well, our chances seem to be rapidly dropping. Oh my god. Alright. Well. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I guess that does it. We don't have life gain. We can't cast our spells. Yeah, alright. Yeah, Burn seems like a ridiculously bad matchup. Mr. Deadmad, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Yeah, we would have done that if we had enough life total to even try to do that, but... Man, this matchup is so bad. Alright, Shriekmaw in. Phantasmal Images out. Dismember in, run it like that. Yeah, this is going to be both of our losses. We've lost to Burn or Mono Red decks both times. Welcome to the Fishbowl, Mr. Redboar. Thank you for your subscription. Big soups here for our new subscriber. I'm sure we'll get a Sleeping Beauty. It seems like we've gotten basically everything else. Seth, if I have Vials and Caverns, what is the best combination of cheap, fun, competitive decks to use with them? Ooh. This hand is very interesting. 5 lands is bad, but 2 Unsettled Mariners, that might, like, if our opponent has a land light hand, there's some chance that 2 Unsettled Mariners can just jank them out. Maybe we draw, like, a Phantasmal Image to go with them. I almost think that we just keep this. If it was anything other than 2 Unsettled Mariners, it's a Snap Maul. But with how bad this matchup is, it actually might be our best shot of winning. Like, opponent keeps, let's say, a 2-lander. Our Unsettled Mariners... We are on the play. Yeah, the deck needs something against Burn. I think Elementals might be the most fun deck to play in Modern with Caverns and Vials. You can play, like, humans, you can play Merfolk, Spirits, but this one is pretty fun. I think we're keeping. We're trying it. What's the worst that's going to happen? We're in a matchup where we're super heavily unfavored, so... I mean, why not? I think is how I'm thinking of it. And we're not going to set it on Shapeshifter. All right, Elemental, go. I mean, it might not work, but it's not working anyway. So, Colbert, welcome to the Fishbowl. Hey, good to see you, Green Mage. Thank you for your subscription. Big soup cheer for our new subscriber. Ooh, D&D game. We played on Roll20 when we did the D&D series. It's a pretty cool program. Oh, good to see you, Green Mage. Opponent, Goblin Guide, top card, Vesperlark. Yup. Well, Cavern on, of course, Elemental. Run out Unsettled Mariner number 1. Hopefully our opponent's on a 1-lander. That's our dream. That's our dream. Opponent's on 1 land. Can't do anything because of our Unsettled Mariner. Go. Unsettled Mariner does seem good. Yeah, if it was a matchup that I thought we could win fairly, I probably would have mulliganed. But with how bad the matchup feels, I think it's worth trying to jank him out. Top card, Thunderkin Awakener. Yeah. Down to 16. Opponent. Cracks. And Swift Spear, post-combat. Alright, gonna grab these Urza's cards, because I think we get a chance to test out a couple games with the Urza deck that people wanted to see. after we finish this one. Paradoxical Outcome is sweet. This deck reminds me of the old standard deck, sort of, that used Paradoxical Outcome, but in modern, and with Urzas. Alright, opponent, Swift Spear, and what, Rift Bolt? Rift Bolt. Alright. Well, we will play Unsettled Mariner Part 2. And Primal Beyond. Unfortunately, because our opponent has this suspended, they can still actually cast it. That's one of the ways they can get around it, unfortunately. 5-color Niv is awesome. 5-color Niv is so fun. Thoughts on Lady of the Lake and Urza Thopter Sword? I think it's got a shot. Opponent. Facing? Okay. Sure. I mean, that's your turn, opponent. Spend it wisely. I still wish we had life gain, but opponent, yep. Triggers. Grows their dork. We drop to 13. Wooded Foothills. Opponent goes attacking. We drop to 9. Top card is a land. We get out of the way. No blocks. Alright, untap. Voice. Okay, voice. Well, we will play Reflecting Pool. We will play Thunderkin Awakener. We will play Voice of Resurgence. Good blocker. Maybe there's a shot. Block. Attack. Opponent to 11. The Unsettled Mariner plan is kind of working. Get in. Hurt our opponent. Down to 10. Oh, opponent untaps. It is hard for them to burn our stuff because of these Unsettled Mariners. Very inefficient. Maybe this is our plan against Bird. Maybe this is it. Opponent goes to combat. Attacks. Top card is a Flicker Wisp. Well, block. The Goblin Guide. Opponent cracks down to 9. Gets a mountain. And lightning bolts our face. Does this mean we win? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That looks like lethal to me. Oh! Oh, we got him. We got him. It is going super well, Man of Mars. How are you? Found it. Yeah. We drop to 4, but we get a voice token. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We don't even got to do anything. We don't got to do anything at all. Play Ziggurat. I mean, yeah, go to combat. Attack you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And that's a way we can beat Bird. 5 lands, 2 Unsettled Mariners. It worked. It worked somehow. Okay. Well, I guess that's our plan. On the play, we got him. Unsettled Mariner was great. That was so good. Our opponent did make some weird choices. I think our opponent needed to kill the Unsettled Mariners and then go face. I think just trying to play through double Unsettled Mariner. Ugh. These are not 2 Unsettled Mariners, so we cannot keep this 5-lander. But if our opponent had killed the Unsettled Mariners, I mean, we don't know their hand, so it's hard to say for sure, but I would guess that if they had kept the Unsettled Mariners, they would have had a much better shot. All right, well, we kind of have 2 Unsettled Mariners, although one's a Phantasmal Image, which is not quite as good, because it still dies. Sunbay Canyon for our opponent. Monastery Swiftspear. And gets in. 1, yeah, 19. Opponent passes. I feel like that we just need some... Ooh, that's a real one. I feel like we need some source of life gain. But maybe. I thought it was unwinnable, but now I think it's maybe slightly winnable. Let's see if our opponent learned that they need to kill our Unsettled Mariners. All right. All right, opponent. Oh, 1 land? Oh, if they up a 1-lander, the odds go up significantly. Way, way up. 18. Skewer. Okay. Well, we take up Vial. Well, Cavern. On Elemental. Alright, we're going to run out Unsettled Mariner. Hope they don't draw land. Blue-white, Unsettled Mariner. Oh, this might be like Elemental Stacks. Seidler, welcome to the... Oh, they drew a land. Pone has hope. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big soups here for our new subscriber. Pone Paths. Yeah, there goes Unsettled Mariner. We will grab a land. It will be a Plains. Opponent, combat. Gets in. Well, we'll take it. Down to 15. All right, what's our plan? Vial. Flamekin Harbinger. Can we pull this off and get the 4-1, winning our worst matchup? Flamekin Harbinger. Oh, this is where it's so weird. Vial's going to be on 2. We can Skelemental our opponent to 1 card. We can double... Maybe we double Skelemental? Oh, 2 Mariners? 2 Mariners? We can hit our opponent for 13 and empty their hand. That's gotta be the best. Just like... Skelemental... Phantasmal Image Skelemental. Hit you for 13. Those are the 2 options. The other option is Unsettled Mariner and just Unsettled Mariner stacks. I guess the third option is Risen Reef and try to draw cards. It's got to be Skelemental. Get Skelemental. It's got to be. I think this has got to be correct. Because then the next turn, we still get to play Unsettled Mariner. So take up Vial. Play Ziggurat. We play Skelemental. Oh! Oh! They scooped it up! They knew what was coming! They knew what was coming! And we took down Bird! Oh, the unwinnable matchup. Maybe it's not unwinnable. And that's a 4-1. That's a 4-1 with Elementals. We had so many Risen Reefs. We drew so many cards. That was super impressive. We lost round 1 to Mono Red Prowess, and then we cruised through the league with Elementals and Risen's Reef. Man, this deck is fun. And apparently it's good. And it even beat Burn. And we got treasure chests to open. Huh, what more could you want? What more could you want? The kids are definitely eating tonight. I still think I want a bird card or 2 in the sideboard, but check this. Mechanic works. The partner mechanic works in Oathbreaker as it does a commander. However, each planeswalker has their own color identity and signature spell. Ooh, that sounds super cool. I didn't know it worked that way. Yeah, this deck is a blast. It is sweet. And another cool thing about it, Risen Reef standard, Omnath standard, Thunderkin Awakener standard, and then random cheap jank, Vesperlark cheap, Flickerwisp cheap, Flamekin Harbinger pretty cheap. So the expense is some of the lands. Unclaimed Territory's not bad. Ziggurat, a little expensive. Cavern's bad. Aether Vial's bad. But it's not absurdly expensive, and it is absurdly fun. Mariner was our solution. Well, let's crack our treasure chest, and then we can still try a game or 2 with Urza before we go tonight, because we got a little bit of time. So, all right, here we go. Sealed product. Treasure chest. And we're going to crack them. 5 chests, thanks to the Elementals, the Skelementals, and Risen Reefs. All right. Uh-oh, we lost a land. That's fine. Chest, 1 of 1. Cavern is expensive. That is the one. Cavern and Aether Vial are the 2 expensive cards, really. Is there a way to get this deck on Goldfish? It is in Goldfish. If you ever want to see the decks, !deck will take you to a Goldfish listing. The total cost is $800. Annoyingly, Cavern is like $300. The mana base is like $400. If you look at the elementals, the most expensive piece is Phantasmal Image. Otherwise, it's a lot of cheap stuff. I guess the ley lines are still a little expensive. It just all adds up. But Cavern is the killer, with Primal Beyond and Ziggurat also being a little expensive. But, all right, here we go. Treasure chest time. 5 chests from elementals. Chest would have won. Let's get a complete set. One more complete set. First chest. Ooh, 5 play points. Voice of Many Avatar. Wildfire Devils. This is a new commander card. When it enters a battlefield, at the beginning of your upkeep, choose a player at random. That player exiles an instant or sorcery from their graveyard. Copy that card. You can cast a copy without paying its mana cost. And the Robins. Wizards. If you were not here for the beginning of the stream, the reason we did not 5-0 is we played Mono Red Prowess, and they cast 3 Manamorphoses in a row to get Prowess triggers. And then I went on a little salty rant about free spells and Wizards not learning about free spells. But that was our run loss. And then Wizards, I swear, they're sitting there probably watching the stream, and they click some buttons, and we're like, we're going to make Seth open a Manamorphose. All right, Wizards, you got me. Well, it is worth like $4 though, so that's not bad. All right, next chest. We get not a mana. Ooh, Grave Titan. Choice of Damnations. That's a card I still want to play at some point in like against the odds. I don't know if it's good enough. Grave Titan, I think, actually has value for some reason. Maybe it's just in paper. Maybe it doesn't on Magic Online. Grave Titan is $1 in paper, $15, or $1 in Magic Online, $15 in paper. All right, next up, we get, it is a good card though, Errata, the Silencer. I wonder, so one of the things I realized looking at Throne of Eldraine, there's some stuff you really want to exile, like the recursive trolls, that recursive Dimir, like 6-drop thing. Maybe after rotation, it'll be Errata's time to sign. I mean, Errata sneaks in, exiles that stuff forever. Maybe. Probably not, but you never know. Hate Mirage. This is the one that makes tokens of your opponent stuff. All right. Yeah, whatever. Maybe I'll play it on Commander Clash. 2 more to go. We get Moorland Haunt and Sleeper Agent. Would be a good Zedru card if it wasn't black and in the wrong colors. Moorland Haunt used to be good. Pretty good when it was in Standard. Well, one last shot to get a complete set. We get, I said Errata right the first time. Yeah, I go back and forth with it. Well, here we go. Last chest is, one card. Backdraft Hellkite. When it attacks, this is the Past in Flames Hellkite. All right. And 15 play points. Well, I think, sadly, Manamorphose was probably our best card. I'm pretty sure that was the best card that we opened, with Wizards with a little bit of the rub-ins. I opened a complete War of the Spark foil set. It wasn't on stream. I just traded in a couple of random cards and was like, I might as well get a treasure chest. And boom, there was a complete set. Yeah, not great chest, but all right. So I promised, and maybe we'll do a full stream of this. I promised we'd sneak in a game or two with Paradoxical Urza, because this was second place at our Twitter voting. So we're not going to do a whole league with it, because I don't think it would just go way too long, especially for spoiler season. But I do want to sneak in a game or two, and if it's a deck you like, maybe we'll do a full stream of it Thursday or in the next couple weeks. We basically have Thursday stream, next week's streams that will probably focus mostly on Modern, and then will be Throne of Eldraine starting 2 weeks from today is the preview stream, and then it'll be a lot of Standard and new cards. So, all right, so this deck that we're going to try a match or two with, Paradoxical Urza, It reminds me a little bit of the Paradoxical Outcome deck in Standard. It is an Urza deck, but the combo, instead of trying to use like Thopter Sword or something, we're playing cheap artifacts, and then we're using Urza to turn those artifacts into mana, and then that mana allows us to use Paradoxical Outcome to pick up those free artifacts, replay those artifacts, we can tap again for mana, so like Mishra's Bauble, Everflowing Chalice, Mox Ambers, Mox Opals, they all become like rituals. Astrolabe becomes essentially free if we have snow mana. So that's kind of the idea of the deck. As we go through that loop, eventually we'll draw into our Paradox Engine, which then we go like infinite. We have Nexus of Fate to take an extra turn. We also have Engineered Explosives as another free artifact. And our main plan for winning the game is making a bunch of dorks with Sai or Saheeli. So as we are casting free artifacts, we're triggering Sai, we're triggering Saheeli. Urza lets us tap those artifacts, pick them all back up with Paradoxical Outcome, draw a bunch of cards, we cast them all, more tokens with Sai, more tokens with Saheeli. If we need to, Paradox Engine, infinite, Nexus of Fate, extra turn, attack with all of our tokens, kill our opponent. So that is the idea of this deck. So we're going to give it a shot and see what happens, and just see. Extra bottom, yes, we're just gonna do a couple of 2-player games, I think, because I don't think we have enough time to do an entire league. I will update. Well, I guess this means if you want to play me, you can jump into the 2-player queue. I will update the deck list, so if you are looking for this list, you'll be able to find it. One second, and I will update it. This deck is, I guess it's kind of expensive. Urza is not cheap. So this hand, what do you think, chat? As I'm updating the deck list, I'm not even going to look. Just tell me. Just tell me, should I keep or no? What button do I hit? It's all on you. And then you can't yell at me because you're making this decision as I'm updating the deck list. Actually, hang on before you tell me because I'm updating the deck list so I can't see the chat either. Maybe that wasn't the best plan. All right, and 3, 2, all right, deck list is updated. All right, looking at chat. So are we keeping? Mo, concede. I'm supposed to concede? All right, we'll mull. I didn't even look. All right, this hand, ooh, I kind of like this hand. Bobble. Probably put a bobble to the bottom. We got Urza, we got Outcome. That seems like living the dream. And I guess I should update this too. This seems fine. I really like the idea. The Paradoxical Outcome deck in Standard was sweet. I like that deck. All right. So, artifact to the bottom. Yeah, that was Bobbletron to start things off. Probably the best Tron. At least a decent Tron. Well, play a Bobble. Play a Bobble. Actually, do we even play a Bobble? Let's play one Bobble. And then, because we do want to hit a land. So, yeah, play one Bobble, pass the turn. I was just playing on Moto, playing your Solmeria deck. Ooh, Solmeria is super fun. I was pretty happy with how that turned out. Yeah, I can see losing to this deck. Hollow One? Huh. I didn't know that people still played Hollow One. Ooh. Oh, so close. All right. Well, now I guess we got to play another Bobble and crack it. Or do we crack it? Oh, it's so weird. Yeah, we probably end up cracking it. Hollow One? Who plays Hollow One without Faithless Looting? Yeah, I was actually... I've been trying to make this Trash for Treasure Reanimator deck work, and at one point, I had Hollow One in there before... Oh, all kinds of bad things. Yeah, we're still going to crack and try to get a land. Bag of Holding. Land. First... Ugh, alright. Well, we're doing it the slow way. Mind Stone, go. Don't wheel us, opponent, please. Really? Alright. Yeah. Yeah. We lost so many Urzas. That's so bad. Well, Mox Opal. Make a dork. Everflowing Chalice. Make a dork. Mox Opal. Make a dork. And pass the turn. Our hand was so good, but we got so jaked out. Why didn't you put Locust God in your Golo stack? I actually don't remember why I didn't put it in there. Oh no, the mop is still there. Opponent Thoughtseize is our Astrolabe. Draws a card. With our 2 Urzas down, though, this is sketchy. We need Urza or Paradoxical Outcome. Our hand was so sweet, but our opponent, the jank of jank. This is a 2-player queue style. In the 2-player queues, you run into people that are just testing weird things that you usually won't run into in a league. Sometimes they're really good, at least in the matchups. Side view Seth looks like a boy, looks like boy band Seth. All right, Bobble, sure. Thopters. Well, we're gonna pass the turn. All right, what you got, opponent? Does not activate their scrying sheets. They can't make us discard because we ain't got no hand. You had so much card draw, it just turns into a win card. Bodak gets in. Well, now we will block, 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 block. Ugh. But then our opponent can make us discard. I don't like this. All right. Yes. Do some blocking. Oh, I'm not happy about this, but I think we got to do it. Sack the Thopters. Everflowing Chalice. We want to draw cards, but drawing cards is like supporting our opponent's deck. Prismatic Vista. Opponent, 5 cards in hand still. Pack Rat. Okay. Well, we will crack Bobble. Give us that Urza. Give us that Urza. We get to draw 2. We get Vista. Outcome. Ugh. Well, Everflowing Chalice. Make a Thopter. Vista. Crack Vista. Down to 11. Snow-covered Island. Is it enough? We don't have an Urza, though, is a problem. So, float our mana. We're going to try. Bounce, 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 bounce. Pick them all up. Draw a bunch of cards. Okay. Ooh, explosives. That's interesting. That blows up our stuff, too. Now what do we do? I feel like Soul Divider is going to be good in New Standard. There's already synergy with Kiora, and to a lesser extent anything with counters, but I feel like it also works well with Wishclaw Talisman and maybe Midnight Clock. I could see that. I could see that being a possibility. I think it is a decent card. Like, its stats are fine, and drawing cards is good. Yeah, Waste Knot is definitely spicy. So what's our plan here? We have 2 mana. Well, play Everflowing Chalice. Megathopter. I think we survive. Play Mox Opal. Megathopter. Play Everflowing Chalice. Megathopter. Play Engineered Explosives. On 0, Megathopter. Play Serum Visions. Lands to the bottom. Explosives. Thopter. Astrolabe. Thopter. I mean, the deck can make a lot of Thopters. Have I tried the Echo of Eons version of this deck? This is actually This is actually the first game I've ever played with this deck. So I have not tried any other versions yet. Opponent. Pack Rats. Sure. Can't Pack Rat through our Thopters at the moment, though. Opponent. Snow-Covered Swamp. We still need an Urza. Goes to combat. Attacks. And we will block. Block. That's fine. Do some blocking, take some damage. Down to 7. Opponent passes. We draw. Oh my god! Paradoxical outcome. That was a draw. We still don't have Urza mana, though. We're missing Urza! That's the one piece of the puzzle we need. So, Snow-Covered Island. 1, 2, 3, 4. Paradoxical outcome. Pick everything up. Okay. Pick them up. Draw some cards. Do we hit anything good? Another Mox Opal is decent. Wait, that's our one Mox Opal. Huh. So. Alright, I guess it's the same thing. Explosives, make it dork. So explosives. And we still can't get down Saheeli. We're a mana short. Mox Opal. Make it dork. And explosives, make it dork. And Chalice, make it dork. Chalice, make it dork. Chalice, make it dork. Yup. Cast it, make it dork. Cast it, make it dork. That's what the deck does. Everflowing Chalice, also make it dork. And then Mind Stone, make it dork. Go to combat. Chip in for a couple points of damage. And pass the turn. Discard Snow-Covered Island. Opponent's Scrying Sheets. Oh, not Scrying Sheets. They're just going to rat. Alright. Rats. Yep. Hopefully our opponent doesn't hit another wheel effect. That would be insanely bad. Alright, pass the turn. Pass the turn, Pack Rat Tribal. Show us what you got. Yeah, we already played our league with Elementals, so we're just wrapping up with a match or two with this Urza deck that people also wanted to see. Elementals was great, though. We went 4-1, only losing to Mono Red Prowess. This deck also is interesting. Opponent, big attack, so we do big blocking. Pack Rat. I mean, we make a lot of chump blockers. It seems hard for creature decks to kill us. Block. We'll just block it all. Block it all, every bit. Opponent. Oh, we don't have Paradoxical Out. We've used almost all of our Paradoxical Outcomes. Scrying Sheets. Opponent passes. We draw. Polluted Delta. Alright, well, I guess we gotta play it slow. We will play Saheeli. So now we get 2 tokens every time we cast a non-creature. Astrolabe. Draw a card. We still need an Urza, though. This has been I've had a lot of fun this stream, Buyer. Hopefully it's been fun for all of you, too. We've played a couple of really fun decks. Earlier I was asking you about Shivan Meteor Stuffy Dow. What do you think about Goblin Engineer plus Refurbish? Ew. To get down more consistently or quickly, as well as having Dow out for upkeep on turn 5 when you suspend Meteor on turn 3. That could be interesting. Also, depending on the build, Trash for Treasure could work as reanimation. Bobble's fine. I mean, we just need to make enough tokens to survive, I guess, apparently. Explosives. Tokens. Astrolabe. Tokens. Draw a card. Explosives. Tokens. Pona says this is insane. Inventor's Fair. Saheeli. Turn Chalice into a Bobble. I mean, we're good at making tokens. We're just not making headway because our opponent has so many creatures we got to keep chumping. Collective Brutality. That doesn't do much. All right. Chip in for a couple. Hit our opponent. Why do we keep throwing away explosives? It's mostly just to make tokens. Bone it. Makes a rat. Untaps. Brutality. We draw. Ooh, that actually gets brutality'd. And lets our opponent draw a card. That's unfortunate. Alright, that wasn't the best draw. Why didn't you make a second creature to get 3 tokens? Because Sai is legendary. So we can't actually have 2 Sais out just because it's legendary. Opponent, big attack. Well, we will just as big block. Pack rat. Opponent's gone off with a pack rat, but we just make so many tokens it doesn't matter. Block. Alright. Block it all. Brutality doesn't exile, does it? I think I would have remembered that. Yeah, it's discard. So opponent gets our Syrup Visions. Triggers ways not to draw a card. Urza. We needed Urza. Alright, opponent passes. Bobble. Crack it. Opponent's... Oh, Dark Deal. We would like to be empty-handed for that. We draw 2. Urza. We got Urza's left. Syrup Visions. Add. Nexus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, alright. I think that means we win. In a really sad way that I'm not proud of, but a win's a win. Nexus of Fate. Make a dork. Ooh, I feel so dirty. I feel so bad and dirty winning with Nexus, but... what can you do? That does do it. Well, that was powerful. That was a crazy game. That was a pretty crazy game. Why not EE for 2 and get rid of the rats? What do we need to kill the rats for? We just go over the top. Yeah, opponent. Yeah, they couldn't really do much from there. Huh. So, opponent, discard tribal. Huh. Okay. So I think we want Metallic Rebuke. Maybe... Maybe just that. That might be it. Maybe we just bring in Metallic Rebuke, go down Mox Amber, run it back. Go. Yeah, so if we mulligan to 0, then our opponent can't actually interact with us. I don't think we're going to Momir tonight, Davriel, because we decided to jump into the Urza deck. So I think we're just going to do a couple matches of the Urza deck. But we will get in some Momir before we kind of switch back to Standard when Throne of Eldraine comes out. Mono Blue Tezzeret could be sweet. I think the main purpose of this Tezzeret is to beat Stony Silence effects and Karn effects. It's a way we can turn all of our useless artifacts under like Karn the Great Creator, Stony Silence into 5/5s. Or just drain our opponent out of the game. So it's a good way to, I guess that's actually the better win condition, is just plus minus win. But it's a way to win through Stony Silence, which would otherwise be annoying for our deck. What does Nexus do that a cheaper turd spell can't do in this deck? So I think the main reason it's Nexus is, for one thing, if we have Urza, mana doesn't really matter. But I think the biggest reason is... Alright, opponent has Bag of Holding. That's a cute card in our opponent's deck. Nexus also means we don't mill ourselves out, which is a pretty big upside. Yeah, it's just Astrolabe. That's fine. Start getting artifacts on the battlefield. Astrolabe, draw a card. Prismatic Vista. If Master of the Bridge was not so high cost, would be good. Yeah, we could almost do it in this deck. Frostwalk Bastion, I think, is better than it's giving credit for so far. Like, if you're playing a deck... Well, there goes our paradoxical outcome. If you're playing a, like, Skred-style deck, this seems like a really good addition. So, we get Brutality'd, which is as brutal as it sounds. Play... Yeah, let's just Mind Stone. Pass the turn. Urza plus Engine is play your deck. Yeah, cast with Urza, as long as you don't hit too many lands, but it should be play your deck, or very close to it. Ooh. Well, Prismatic Vista, crack it. Grab a Snow-Covered Island. Play Saheeli. Play Serum Visions. Make it dork. Bottom. We just want Urza. It's Urza. Urza all the time. Pass the turn. Did I ever see the Esper Tezzeret gift stack? I did not. I don't think I have ever seen that. I'd like to, though. It sounds really sweet. Wow. That's a lot of waste knots. Opponent. We draw Snow-Covered Plains. Well, Serum Visions. All of our stuff draws cards, which is kind of scary against these waste knots. Oh. Just kidding. Snow-Covered Plains. Actually, this is insane. Explosives X2. This might be just game-winning. We lose a Mind Stone, but I think it's worth it. Opponent says no. Yeah, opponent was setting up to absolutely wreck us. Whew! Saving the day! Opponent. Yeah, that was key. That was key. With two... Oh, opponent said they had Dark Deal in hand, too. Whew! Yeah, they would have had us. Engineered Explosives, pretty powerful. Finally... Discards Hollow One. Finally did the Engineered Explosives on 2 that people had been asking for games now. Opponent passes. We still haven't found an Urza. Alright, so play Astrolabe, draw a card. Urza. Master Toadale for the 20th month. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soups cheer for our new subscriber. Astrolabe, draw a bauble. Play a bauble. Draw a... nothing yet. Wellspring, draw a card. Everything just draws a card. Ooh, Opal. Okay. Draw a card. Off of Serum Visions. Mega Token. Ooh, there's Psy. Alright. And then go to combat. Attack. Hit our opponent. I mean, it's working. It's not insane, but it's working. Opponent. We just haven't found an Urza to really go off. Yeah, Explosives is a 4 of in the main deck, mostly because we just want free artifacts, but opponent passes. Astrolabe. Well, 1, 2, and 3. Sigh. Astrolabe, make some dorks. Clevis! Clevs, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soups here for our new subscriber. What do I do to keep my main so mighty? I actually don't do much. Comb it once in a while. Keep it. Oh. Oh, there's our Urza. Oh. Well, let's see if we untap. If we untap, we will have the greatest turn in the history of Magic. If our opponent draws a land and can Dark Deal, it all falls apart. Oh, man. We would go so off. The most off. I mean, I guess we just win by attacking, but opponent has drawn more Waste Knots than land somehow. Well, this deck seems fun. I don't like the egginess of it. And opponent scoops it up. All right. Well, it feels a little eggy, but it's definitely powerful. All right, let's give it one more. Hopefully not against Waste Knot person. One more shot. Yeah, I guess we could have not attacked intentionally to try to get Urza going, but we didn't know we were going to draw Urza, so can you play some Liege Jank? We haven't played any Lieges in a while. We should. Thank you for the host, Magic Streams. All right. See if we can actually draw an Urza and do the Urza combo. Yeah, the first game we had it, but it got discarded. Yeah. All right, we got Urza, we got Outcome. We need some mana, but we got redraws to find it. We'll give it a go. This is what we're looking for. We just need to get our mana up on time. Opponent, Forest, and oh god almighty. Okay. We're going to need our mana really quick. Prismatic Vista. Crack Prismatic Vista. I am very frightened. Serum Visions. Bottom, top. Oh boy, we're going to be dead. We might not get to see it this. Maybe we're going to have to do one more. We'll see how quick. This might be like a 30-second match. We have a new donation from... I mean, maybe they got a bad infect hand. You never know. Maybe they do nothing. We have a new donation from Streamlabs. Come on. Show me the donation, Streamlabs. You can do it. I have faith in you. Maybe I shouldn't have faith in Streamlabs. It's too much. Oh my god. Why isn't this working? Vines of the Vastwood. Sure. Oh! Oh no. I'm very sorry, donator. I'm trying to... Are we dead on turn 2? I'm trying to see the donation, but Streamlabs won't show me. It's like bugging out. I will get it, I promise. I will find it. Oh, we're so dead. Opponent gets in for 7. Yeah, that's a lot of poison. I'll play a land. Play Astrolabe. Oh man, is this really? What is going on? Okay, it finally showed up. Streamlabs, good lord. From Chuck the Yak, $11 donation says, it's my birthday. Would you consider making an Abzan deck for 2020 standard? I really want to play those colors. Well, I will have to see what I can do, Chuck the Yak. I have no idea how possible or functional an Abzan deck would be for 2020 standard. I haven't started to play it like it all yet. Not even a little bit. So I will have to see what I can do. No promises. Spoiler season's super busy. But if I can come up with a sweet Abzan deck, I will definitely ship it along as a birthday present. Thank you so much, and happy birthday, Chuck the Yak. Thank you so much. Yeah, we got there. It took a minute because Streamlabs was bugging out, but yeah, we should be dead here. Unless our opponent has nothing. And even if they do have nothing, we're still a mana short from Urza-ing. Breeding Pool. Untapped. Opponent just needs any pump spell. Any pump spell. I do think that, in fact, especially on the play is rough. With them on the play. Alright, opponent, not sure why they correct their fetch. I guess I wanted to leave up a Spell Pierce. We will scoop it up. Okay. Well, we get to bring in some sideboard cards. Like 4 Fatal Pushes, 3 Collective Brutalities. Those seem pretty helpful. Going down, the very sad Mox Amber, which doesn't seem that good. Mindstone, Ichor Wellspring. Probably Nexus of Fate, and, Asurum Visions. Run it like that. So now at least we have interaction. Man, Infect is the worst. Hey, see ya, Box and a Cat. We will be back on Thursday for some more fun if you're around. Teferi is good. Can just pump on the main phase. Yeah, Teferi is a good way to protect your combo decks, like Infect. Rebuke, yeah. Rebuke would be fine. I don't know how much more we can cut, though. I feel like we've already cut it. I guess we cut, like, another Asurum Visions. With combo-esque decks like this, it's always a risk to, like, over-sideboard and ruin your plan. 6 cards is already kind of a lot. Maybe we could go 7. It's close. I guess it would probably be another Asurum Visions that we would cut. Or maybe its Paradox Engine is not necessary, but... yeah, Infect is pretty brutal. Oh, man. 2 Fatal Pushes, but no ability to cast them. Alright, ship it. Ugh. No Fatal Pushes. Huh. Huh. Okay. Hey, CA's Monday. Thanks for hanging out at your late hour over in the UK. Alright, well, we're going to try this. It's definitely not a good hand, but our first hand would have been great. Our deck doesn't play many black sources, and we didn't have artifacts to turn on Opal, so we'll see. I don't know if we can mull more than this. We do need a critical mass of, alright, opponent, you can do it. Upkeep, stop set. Upkeep, stop set. No reason upkeep, stop set. Alright, Blue to Delta, go. Opponent. Thinking. Playing a forest. And Glistener Elf. Okay. Opponent plays or 1-drop. Seems like a probably pretty wise choice for your Infect deck. About it. Oh, this is a paradoxical outcome Urza deck that was second in our poll for our stream today. About it. Thinking. Considering. Do we still have an upkeep stop set? Alright. Well, we will Fatal Push. Kill Glistener Elf. Prismatic Vista. Go. So this is like sort of coming together. We dodged the first threat. How would you like, how do you like Bant Soulherder, especially with the new Flicker Human shown from Throne? Yeah, that deck is super sweet. Bant Soulherder is one of the sweetest new decks in Modern, and I think the new Flicker Human, so perfect for that deck. Like, incredibly perfect. So, yeah, I'm definitely excited to keep playing some Soulherder. Let's cast a Everflowing Chalice. Trigger. Mishra's Bauble. Trigger. Pass the turn. Not going to sack Bauble. We're going to wait and hope we draw something to let us cast Paradoxical Outcome. A Mox would be the best. And then we get to draw 3 cards and reset. We'll see. We'll see. It is Prince Charming, or Charming Prince. It's not Prince Charming, it's the reverse of that. Charming Prince is the new one. It is definitely sweet. Go to combat. Get in. Hit our opponent. Down to 17. Saxthopters. Saxthopters, draw card. Alright, there's a land for next turn. Yeah, cast explosives on 2. Even though we're probably going to pick it up, but that's fine. Explosives. Make a token. Now we get to Paradoxical Outcome and draw cards, and now we needed Urza. We needed Urza. Yeah, I think Charming Prince is super good. Bandsolder is super sweet. Excited for Blue-Black Control with Throne of Eldraine. I think the 6-drop is actually going to be a pretty sweet finisher. Reminds me a little bit of Aetherling with how it can become unblockable. But I think, oh, opponent scoops it up. All right, maybe we could be Infect. Maybe there is hope. Opponent did not hit the second land. Can we take down one more win? I really want to combo off with Urza, but we're winning at least. Yeah, Lady of the Lake seems sweet in Commander. I'm hyped for the set in general. Like, the set in general seems so sweet. The flavor, it might literally be the most flavorful set Wizards has made ever since Innistrad. I think it might even be Innistrad. It's so cool. It's so good. Yeah, I don't think that MTG Bot has been updated for the latest spoilers yet. Teferi is good in fact. So I see Oku and see like a Planeswalker that's maybe good if you build around it. I know some other people have been really high on it, like best card in Standard high on it. I tend to feel it's more... It'll probably be good in like a specific build around, like upgrading Dreadhorde Invasion tokens or something. I don't feel like it's a card you just jam in any Simic deck though, but maybe it is and I'm missing something about it, but I think it's more of a build around. Alright. We got a removal spell, which is pretty important. Our mana's a little clunky since we might have to get a swamp here, but this seems fine. Opponent, Wooded Foothills. Worried about Blighted Agent. That's a card that is most problematic. And Listener Elf. Sure. Opponent. Passes. Astrolabe. Alright, Prismatic Vista, crack it. Swamp. Fatal Push. Kill the threat. We just aren't good at drawing Urzas. Play Mishra's Bauble. I thought the red-green Planeswalker was insane. The one, Wrenn and 6 is definitely very strong in Modern. Oku can make 4 token, then turn it into a 3/3. Yeah, that's true. It's a little slow. A 3/3 every 2 turns. It's fine. Ooh, Inkmoth. That's also a concern. And Blighted Agent? Oh, God. Okay. That's a lot of infect threats. Top card is another Inkmoth. We draw. Well, we don't know yet. Okay, what do we do about all these unblockable infectors? I think they might have us. Bauble. Vista. And, all the lands in the world. Prismatic Vista. Crack Prismatic Vista. Not good. Not good. Not good at all. We will play Astrolabe. Draw a card. Oh, not good. We draw. Oh, there's Urza too, but we're gonna die. We just never get down Urza. Heck, Hazlock, welcome to the Fishbowl. Yeah, we should be dead here. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. Wrenn and 6 is so strong in Legacy, they should unban Deathrite to fix the problem. That is pretty impressively strong, that's for sure. Hey, see you, Max. Yeah, it looks like we're going to get infected. Well, we got to see what the deck is doing. Playing a bunch of stuff, making a bunch of tokens, bouncing that stuff, making more tokens. We saw a good example of it in our first round. So, Thursday is 6 p.m. Eastern time. It might be 5 p.m. in your time zone. But yeah, the normal stream time that we always stream on Thursdays. Do you prefer streaming or recording gameplay videos like Much Brewer Against Odds? I like both. They're very different. They're more different than I would expect, I guess. Like, I think I like YouTube for the content being like more permanent, and I can just kind of like focus on playing the game and doing that stuff. The stream, it's mostly like hanging out, and I enjoy that aspect of it too, but it's very different. Like when I'm recording for like Budget Magic or Against the Odds, playing the game is my main focus. When I'm streaming, hanging out with the chat is my main focus. And like the game is, I don't know, what allows that to happen. Like if we weren't playing a game, there wouldn't be a stream, but the focus is on like interacting, hanging out, answering questions, having fun, all that kind of stuff. So that's kind of the difference. But I enjoy them both. I think if I don't know how people stream like 8 hours a day, 6 days a week or something. I don't know if I would have that in me. I think the most I've done is maybe like 3 days a week, roughly 3 or 4 hours a stream, around 3 hours a stream most often. I don't know how people just do it all day, every day. It seems like that would be very challenging. So I think it's a good mix to do some of each. At least for me, it works out to be a good mix. Yes, I know, it's hydration time. I'll get some water. Thank you, chat. I don't wanna unhydrate. Pote it. Oh, activated their summoning sick ink moth. Opponent. And opponent accidentally activated the wrong one, trying to figure out how to do it. And I told them if you right click on it, it should show you. Opponent. Gidson. Mutagenic growth. Yeah. Unfortunately, we can't really block their stuff anyway, so even with our opponent missing some infect damage, unless we somehow just combo off, it seems unlikely to really matter. Alright, Snow-Covered Island. Saheeli. We get to make a blocker, which would be good in non-infect matchups, but against our opponent's deck, their creatures are so invasive. So basically, fingers crossed that they don't have pump spells. Like, that's all we could do. What if they actually loaded the jug with vodka? I'm not much of a drinker. Opponent. Alright, are we dead? If not... If we draw a free artifact, maybe? Free artifact, spin Urza into paradoxical outcome. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I mean, we'll see. We'll see if we even untap. I have my doubts. We're at 3. There's 2 for sure. Opponent needs 2 pump spells or 1 scale up. Opponent gets in. Gets in. Okay. Wow. Okay, we get to untap. Let's see what we draw. Oh, that's not a free artifact. Well, in that case, Polluted Delta, crack Polluted Delta. In that case, I don't even think we play Urza this turn. Polluted Delta, crack it. Watery Grave, untapped, Astrolabe, make a token. We just can't really do anything with it after we cast it. Astrolabe, well, thank you, Katie. We draw. Yikes. Okay. Pass the turn. I mean, we gotta... What can our opponent have in hand that we're not dead already? Yeah, Urza can't make snow mana, so we couldn't play the Astrolabe. So we needed something... yeah. We needed something we could play. This doesn't have any counters, so we're like one artifact short of not necessarily winning, but spinning Urza. And then once you spin Urza, you never know. We've gotten a lot of lands out of our deck. This deck doesn't play that many lands, so... Opponent. Oh! 1, 2, 3. Yeah, you're right. Well, that was a misplay. I always forget the Astrolabe. Since it is a snow artifact, makes snow mana. But you are very much correct. Everyone's Ranker with a gift sub to Katie7. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soups here for our new subscriber. Yeah, it's kind of weird. All right, there's Become Immense, and we are officially dead. Well, we'll never know what we would have spun into if Urza was there. Elementals was great. We went 4-1, only losing to Mono Red Prowess, so it definitely felt super, super solid and super fun. Well, maybe we'll do more Urzing in the future, but I think that brings us to the end for tonight. So, reminders, Replay YouTube. That's where you'd find all the old streams, including this one in the future. Normal YouTube, there's a Modern Mayhem going up. There's tons of spoiler coverage. So just tons and tons of content. Tomorrow, Worst Fears Against the Odds. So tons of stuff on the YouTube to hold you over until we get back. A reminder that our sponsor tonight is Card Kingdom, and you can get all your Throne of Eldraine cards. And also a Saffron Olive sticker over at cardkingdom.com. Just mention the sticker in your order notes, so thank you so much to them for supporting the show. Most importantly, thank you to all of you. I had a lot of fun tonight. Elementals was great. Urza, we'll have to do some more. A very small sample size, but it seems like you could do fun things if we actually get Urza on the battlefield, which we never managed to do. So, yeah, you all are amazing. It was awesome to hang out with you. I always appreciate it. I appreciate all you. Seriously, just showing up and hanging out and chatting. You are all amazing. Thank you so much. I appreciate you so much. So have a wonderful Wednesday, whatever you may be doing. We'll be back on Thursday to talk more spoilers, play more Sweet Modern most likely. Until then, Thursday, 6 p.m. Eastern is our next stream. So 2 days, not long to wait. Until then, have a wonderful middle of the week. I love you all, and yeah, I will see you on Thursday.